welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And you can tweet me as well on Twitter at Dan Who Reviews. And help! I've turned into a Sentinel robot. I'm stuck in this body. Oh, the lights just went out. I'm actually just hiding over here. Hello! I couldn't help it. Do you know about 7 people messaged me and told me to do that? Ah, here really? He is. Yeah, literally. So shout out everyone who messaged me and told me to do that. That's reaching every one of you. Crazy that it's here. Right, anyway, let me bring Brandon in. As always, co-host, couldn't do it without him. Hero.collections, aka Brandon. How you doing, my friend?
Very good, thank you, bro. How are you?
I'm all good. You don't mind the special guest being here this evening, do you?
No. His out of town, distant relative.
Hey! And I don't feel too bad showing him off now because I know Rich has got his, so that makes me happy. Exactly. That the super producer has got his safely. Crazy, right? That last week I was talking about like Xavi giving us notice, and like within the next day, like Friday morning, I got my Sentinel. I did not expect that streaming on Thursday night. So yeah, crazy. But it's here, people. I'm very happy. I've obviously milked the content of this guy. I've got a whole I did a video when he arrived. I did an unboxing and review. Really hard to do a review because this guy is massive. I even reviewed the Bastion and Omega Sentinel separately to try and give everyone some love. As I said, this is a milestone. This was definitely occasion worth milking. But yeah, you look, just before we get into it, Brandon, obviously we'll say hello, do some housekeeping, but first impressions of the Sentinel, you happy?
Best, in my opinion, the best action figure ever made.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good, and it's massive, but it's an action figure. Let me put him down for a second. Let me put him down.
Yes. Yeah.
Get into it. And he stands up fine as well, by the way, people, all right? Like, I know everyone's got dodgy knees. I've got dodgy knees. Do you know what I mean? I think it's just a way of life. It's just the way it is. Hello, how are we doing, everybody? Welcome to the Thursday stream. This is where me and Brandon talk toys. Rectangle is here already. He says, lots of US collectors still pissed Hasbro have not shipped their Sentinels. I'm sure patience is a virtue, honestly.
Time to go to Target instead and buy diapers.
But how are you? How is everybody? As I said, Thursday afternoon is where we get to, Thursday evening essentially, is where we get to unwind, talk some toys, watch Dan drink some Koppelberg. Still waiting for that sponsorship, Koppelberg, all right? Let me just... delicious. By Koppelberg. See, how can they not sponsor me after endorsement like that? Come on, Koppelberg. One day I'm just going to get everyone to tweet Koppelberg and just try and get their attention.
Really, honestly, we should.
But hello, how are you? Hope everyone's good. Today is the last day in, I'm about to say February then, in September. Can you believe it that tomorrow is October? The Halloween season is upon us in 2021. Like, where's the freaking year gone?
Really scary, bro. I can't even begin to think about it. Like, it is very, very scary. Very scary.
You're still a young man, right? But the older you get, doesn't it feel like time goes quicker the older you get? When you're a kid, it feels like Christmas to Christmas is like a lifetime away. And now it's like, fucking hell, it's Christmas already.
Yeah, I mean, that is exactly how I feel. It is too early to be October. Like, it's just weird. Like, remember when it was January and we were doing like the little One Division box?
Yeah. I've still got that. Hang on. I don't think I've got it anymore, to be fair. No, this is the only one I've still got from random days. There you go. Yeah. Today, Brandon's most wanted Black Series.
Black Series most wanted.
That is not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing today. Today is, as I said, we said it's the end of September. That means July, August, September. Quarter 3 has been, and it's so very closely, we're hours away from it being over. So we thought, why not, as we have the rest of the year, just have a little chat about some of our favourite figures from Q3. So Brandon has put a list together, so we're going to go through that. Obviously, I asked a question on Instagram, so I'm going to go through some of the picks from Instagram on my questions. And obviously the chat as well, which are here. So shall we say hello to the chat, Brandon, and then I'll get back around to some housekeeping.
So we have a good 45 people here with us. Happy Thursday, everybody. Mark Tac kicks us off, says, evening. Phil Jones is here. Tanner, Cloud Foxwell says, greetings all. George W101, Gahubri J, Mini Plastic Multiverse, CJ is here. He said, with all this stuff coming out, Klarna and Afterpay will be my best friend. Dan Hayden is here. Good to see you, buddy. Nathan is here. Says, not too shabby. Excited for another night of Toy Talk. Rush McGowan is here. Jay's Toy Collection UK says, evening all. David Evan Smith says, good afternoon from New York. Rectangular is here. Says, greetings. Screw Toys is here. Isaac Gabriel. Jamie is here. Jermaine Gomez. Who else we got? Hero of Collectors is here. Mark Rose, Phil Jones, Jamie, I said. Home Dude. Someone is... So Jamie says, does the Sentinel have a name joining the crew?
Should.
Sam. Hero of Collectors says Sam the Sentinel.
You should, shouldn't he?
Everyone gets a Sentinel.
All right, Oprah.
You get a Sentinel. Trevor Maguire says, no emails, no tracking, no nothing on my Sentinels. Hopefully they come soon, bro. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Mark Rose is here, toying around, says, hello there, how art thou? Your boys got toys, says, happy Thursday, friends. Who else we got? Jason Lopez, I think I said. Maverick5 UK, hello everyone in the chat. Thursday night already, the week flies by. Cowboy Collector says, Sentinel who? All I need is this zombie Captain America, just in time for spooky season. Laserpants says, I would like to have a chat, but I'm too busy being a crybaby. Well, the diapers...
I'm genuinely scared, because I actually really like Laserpants and the Infinity Equation Kuru, and I'm genuinely scared that Laserpants is starting to hate us just because we're experts on the US buying experience. Do you know, it's not our fault, we're experts on the US buying experience, and you can't hate on us because of our knowledge of being a US citizen. Oh, wow, I'm not a US citizen, but I'm still an expert on the US buying experience.
Yeah, so just, enjoy it, embrace it, make the most of it. It's okay.
Oh, dear. I love you, Laserpants.
Phil was here with some ducks. Eminem says, what's going on?
Eminem, pal, big fan. Thanks for joining the stream. He's on that Venom hype.
It's in 11 days.
Countdown has begun, CJ. Remind us in 11 days, and I wish you a happy birthday.
Yes, absolutely. Arvin Shah says, hey everyone, I went from not getting anything for 2 months to 3 waves coming at me on all fronts. Yep, I know that one.
Been there.
Yeah, absolutely. Jermaine Gomez says, my Sentinel just left the warehouse. Exciting time. Wolfpack Tour Review is in the house. Hey, what's up? You can listen from work. Good to have you here. Cheeky Monkey Kiara says, hey, I just arrived with the takeaway.
What's the takeaway? I don't know if I asked them, right? Jay reposted the Instagram story, which I always appreciate everyone who does that. I repost them every single time. So thank you to everyone who reposts on Instagram. Jay said they were getting a takeaway, and I asked what it was. So I'm very curious to know what it is, because if I could live off takeaways, I would, but I spend all my money on Marvel Legends, so I have to, once a week, me and Amanda do treat ourselves. What's your takeaway of choice, Brandon?
Oh, it's a tough question. It depends on my mood generally, but one of my favorites, there is a Turkish place near us, and they do like it's an all-in-one. It's like chicken shish, Adana kofta, and then they do like a rice and salad, and it is like
making me hungry.
Huh?
Making me hungry. Keep going. See me dribbling in a minute.
How about you?
I love an Indian. I'm me and Amanda order the same thing every single time, and I do not care. It's delicious. That is why we order it every time. So every time Wolfpack comes in, I want to howl like a wolf, but I can't, unfortunately. But maybe I told you one day we're 60 episodes in, and I still don't have the soundboard that I promised on week 2. So I'll try and get that sorted for year 3 of the stream. But I'm a one-man team at the minute, people. All right. Maybe when I've got a bit more of a setup, we can make it happen. But yeah, on that soundboard, I have a cheering noise. Brandon will be able to hear super chats. We'll have a wolf howl. We'll have some quacking ducks. We'll just have some crazy stuff. Okay. Jay said triple burger for him. Kiara's gone for the doner kebab. Oh yeah, there you go. Beautiful. See, now I'm hungry. Let's just change the stream into what takeaways people like. Let me know in the chat your favorite takeaway. Let's just not talk toys. Let's talk food because I'm starving. No, but we best talk toys. But before we do that, let's do some housekeeping real quick. Real quick. As always, people, if you want to support people, support Brandon first. Look at this variant smiley logo. I like it when Brandon's in a good mood. Follow Brandon at hero.collection. See his all magical ACBA. Yes. The last one was the Sentinels, right? Both of your Sentinels?
The Sentinels, and then a Shang-Chi at the moment. I just put up one of Katie and Charling yesterday, and Shang-Chi just went up just now.
Very nice. So go and check out our Instagram, hero.collections, and share as well if you like it, people. Brandon always reposts, so. As always, Friday, super chat. It's the end of the month. Hopefully everyone's been paid. Come on, show some love to the stream. Anything over £4 or $4, Friday should read it out for you. Hopefully she works. We shall see when someone gives it a try. But yeah, appreciate that. Be a part of today's stream. Help support the channel. All that good stuff. Much appreciated. Of course, you can do that a little bit extra. Just like Tanner has. And he's used his membership wisely. Because every month you get a credit as like an extra super chat. And that's what Tanner said. He says, love a curry. Chicken tikka, dangsag, FTW. That's a great way to use the super chat. Get my attention with food. Amanda, get us a takeaway. Come on, let's make it happen. See if it gets delivered within the time we're live. But yeah, hit that join button, people. This week, if you couldn't remember, if you're not caught up, this week is a Legends and Liquor week. That means channel members get to be on the channel and talk some toys. And as I said, we've got a lot to talk about, as we always do. So yeah, Legends and Liquor, hit that join button. Tell me you want to be on the stream. Last Legends and Liquor, we had a record-breaking 15 guests. 15 guests, people, and it runs smoothly. Streamlabs didn't crash or anything like that. So this Sunday, another episode of Legend and Liquor. Hit that join button at the members club tier. Tell me you want to be on the stream, and I will get you on the channel you were supporting. It's a magical thing. You also get to use all these magical emojis. It's where the Brandon old logo lives forever. We've even got a Thanos copter, my favorite emoji personally. And then, of course, as I mentioned, Legends and Liquor. I already said I'll put the roll call out for Legends and Liquor probably tomorrow. So let me know early so I can start picking those groups. Last week we had 3 groups of 5, so I'm happy to keep it going that way. But yeah, let me know if you want to be part of the stream. And of course, the merchandise, all the link is in the description. Grab yourself a t-shirt to get some bonus points. I always appreciate that as well. I need to get some new ones myself. I think Christmas is coming. Me and Tom need to maybe get a new one on the go as well. We do have plans, people. We do have plans. But for now, the Uncanny Dan Who Hellfire Hank is up there. So make sure you go and grab yourself that one. But right. Let's get into it. So let's get a bit more into the Sentinel talk, Brandon, just as we start, because usually we start with what we've been getting this week. And we both unexpectedly got the Sentinel. So just first impression, because obviously I've talked too much on my channel about it, as I said. I've got videos all over the place with the Sentinel and me with those clickbaity thumbnails and stuff like that. I never smile in real life, right? Amanda hates it that I never smile, but in a thumbnail I'm like, hey, cheesy Dan. Apparently it's the algorithm, people. The algorithm demands it. But as it when it arrived, Brandon, thank you very much to Omari Watkins. Thank you very much for subscribing, much appreciated. Yeah, when it arrived, when Herms finally arrived, what did you think? Thank you very much, Luis, as well.
I almost fell down the stairs. I ran down so quick. Like I was waiting for it, and I think it was something like it was meant to come between 1 and 3, and I had a work call between 2 and 3, but I was taking my lunch between 1 and 2. So I was praying all day that he would come between 1 and 2. And he did, right, dead on 1 o'clock. So I was really happy. But yeah, he brought one on Monday, the second one on Tuesday. And it is just phenomenal, man. It is absolutely phenomenal.
Was the box bigger than you expected in person? Because I, like you, had obviously seen pictures online And like, I knew it was going to be big, but you don't really get a grasp for how big it is until it's there.
And that was all I kept hearing people say up until it arrived, that, you're not ready for how big the box is. Like, you've seen how big it is, but you really won't understand it until you see it. And it is 100% true. I could not believe how big that thing is. Like, it is just massive.
And you've already started rearranging your shelves to find a spot for them, right?
Yeah, so basically, yeah. I have no idea where either of them are going to go. I really don't. I think what will actually end up happening is that they will just have to sort of stand guard either end of the bookcases.
Yeah.
If I'm honest, I don't think they're going to fit, and God knows where the heck Galactus is. I feel like they're going to go either end, and then Galactus will go in the middle.
Yeah, find a spot for him. Yeah, with the Watcher.
I think that's what's going to end up happening. But yeah, I mean, I really mean it when I say that they are the most. I think it's the best action figure ever made, and I'll tell you why. And it's because take for example, so say Marvel Legends Ultron or Red Skull, right, came out this year.
Mm-hmm.
These are like Hasbro's state of the art. It's their best. They're pinless, completely up to date, newly tooled action figures, look amazing. For me, those are that's like the best that they're doing at the moment, and I'm really excited by it. But because I know that Hasbro's capable of that, and because they've like, we got Kang last year, there are other figures that they brought in the last couple of years that they just are really at the top of their game. You kind of have an expectation that they can do something that amazing at that scale, in terms of 6-inch figures.
Yeah.
When you think about Hot Toys, I've had a few Hot Toys in my collecting time. I think I've had 3 or 4, sold 2 of them. I've only got Stan Lee left, but it's an amazing figure, but you pay for what you get. It's the same thing with a 6-inch figure like Ultron or Red Skull, but it's just, 1/6 scale, super detail, blah, 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 right? But then, like, you basically, you pay for what you expect, and those are like the best figures in those lines or at that scale. Then you come to something like a HasLab, and when they say in their marketing stuff, it's a dream item, dream project, like, this thing really is a dream project. Like, I never in a million years would have thought that we could actually see the day where this could happen. Dreamt of it happening, never thought it would actually manifest and happen someday. And even if it did, I could not believe that it would be as amazing as it is. The thing is huge. It towers over every 6-inch figure, from the light up to the. I personally, I think the joints are great. I think it's got an amazing range of articulation, from the ab crunch to the diaphragm joint. The fingers, like articulating all those fingers and like putting them into the fists and then opening them up, and then how they can crunch like that.
Got more articulation than me, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly. But the way that you can feel it, like as I wrap the hand around Jubilee, like you could really feel like it is so good. Like, it is just out of this world, so good.
And I know you love pinless as well, but because the figure is so big, and because obviously the style of the Sentinel is a giant robot, they've hid the joints within the design of the Sentinel. So, like, we know obviously that's a joint, but it's like sculpted in a way where it looks like it's a mechanical part of this giant robot. So it's not like So, and again, like you said, scale. Scale is my favourite aspect of it. Thank you very much for the donation,
hey guys,
Angel of Archers. I'll let Friday read that out.
Panther Killmonger are close enough to comic accurate to go in the comic LGN's villains.
Thank you very much, Angel of Aces, for the donation via Streamlabs. I appreciate that. The link is at the top of the chat. So Angel of Aces says, hey guys, do you know if the Ironmonger and Panther Killmonger are close enough to comic accurate to go in your comic Legends villains? So I would say the Ironmonger is. Would you say, Brandon, you've got that open, right?
Yeah, so where did the super chat go? I'm just trying to find it.
It's a donation, so it will pop up on the screen. Yeah. So it's basically they're asking for the Ironmonger and the Panther Killmonger. Are they comic accurate enough? Is that your dog today?
Yeah.
That's the first time I've ever heard it.
Yeah, he doesn't. Because basically, Mum's just got home, so he's going crazy. Okay, wait, I can hear you properly now. I think.
It's all good.
Wait, okay. So what are they asking? What did he ask?
Yeah, the Angel of Aces asked, is the Ironmonger, which we recently got in the 2-pack with Phil Jones, and then the Panther Killmonger. So I'm assuming that's the Black Panther that's the gold's got on it. Are they accurate enough to be in the comic Legends villains? The chat can answer this as well.
I personally no. I'm not a fan of mixing MCU with comic. Personally, I think they are accurate, like for sure. But whenever I see them, I can't I can't put MCU portrait heads on comic figures because I know that it breaks the illusion for me, to put it that way. But that Ironmonger is an absolutely amazing figure. Like they smashed it for sure.
Yeah.
So if you're on the fence about getting it, just get it.
We'll come back around to talking about that as we get into later. Rectangular says the Ironmonger is blue in the comics, and of course we've already had an Ironmonger builder figure from the early Hasbro days, so you're probably right. If that design was blue though, you could probably get it to work. And I don't think Killmonger looks like the MCU version in the comics, to be completely honest. I think they properly took liberties with that design for the MCU and the Michael B. Jordan aspect. So if you wanted to, it's your collection. You can mix it up any way you want. Just that me and Brandon have a little bit of OCD where we're not really mixing our comic with MCU because we just know. We know it's MCU. Yeah. So I'd never be happy with it in a comic display. But if you think it looks good, then it looks good. No pressure there. But thank you very much for the donation, Angel of Aces. That is the best way to get our attention. Another way, just like Home Dude, he's using his channel membership token. He says, I'm excited for the Sentinels. Just a shame that they're taking a while to get here. Yeah, as I said, we feel your... obviously, I'm sitting here hugging a Sentinel right now. So, like, it's hard to say I feel your pain. But I know what it was like when other people were getting theirs. And I was like, oh, it would be great if I got mine as well. And we said the same. It was like, if we genuinely got ours in December, which we originally thought we would, the hype would have been lost a little bit. Because it's nice to share. There's this... Just think, this toy community is exactly that. It's a toy community. And when things come out new, it's nice to be able to have that shared community experience of these new things at the same time. So I understand the frustration. I really do. But it's, as I said, the Sentinel, I think, is worth the wait. I think a lot of people are focusing in on those knees. Now, those knees are a topic of conversation, undoubtedly. Like, especially for the price point you pay, all of that stuff. I just don't like wasting my energy talking about stuff that, for me personally, I can, like, it's not as bad as people are making out, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Not saying I'm right, not saying I'm wrong. I'm just saying, in my opinion, my knees, like, they were a little bit wobbly, but I can make it work for what I want for the Sentinel. And for me, it was all about scale. Like, when I think of Sentinels, I think towering robots from the animated X-Men cartoon and from the comics. And this scales with our legends. Like, I'm a stickler for scale, and you can pose this with your legends, and it makes sense. Like, the Marvel Universe one never did. The Build-A-Figure never did. We'd choose to look the other way just because it was the only options we had to have a Sentinel in our display. Like, now, they look irrelevant. Now they look irrelevant because this big guy's here. And as I said, the only thing I regret is not getting 5. Or at least 3. Yeah. Brandon.
Yeah. And just on that note as well, I have to agree. I think the scaling point is just... I'm agreeing with you. You're right. I think that is the most impressive thing. Just that I'm looking at it and I can't, like, I walk into the room and I look at them and I'm like, oh, hello, like, yep, you're there, like.
I've been seeing pictures online of people reading them books, tucking them into bed. Obviously, McGad and the Wolfpack did that whole bloody video, taking them out to the shop. It is funny.
Riding a bike, like. I can't, and when I look at it as well, I think, oh my God, Galactus is going to be bigger.
Yeah. So, as I said, for me...
It just is mad.
Like, I thought
he was going to be both of yours?
No, I haven't opened the second one yet. Because I was thinking, he's going to go in there.
Now, that's the thing, right? When you have them both open, and you put them both just standing side by side, it is even more, like, mind-blowing.
Like, I'm a stickler for, like, symmetry. So, like, I'm definitely... like, I knew I needed 2 of these from the get-go. So, I'm very happy I got at least 2. Not looking to flip mine, as I said, these are for my own collection because but it's like you said, finding a spot.
But I'm the same as you. I think 5 obviously would have been crazy, and I think the only benefit to 5 would have been the financial benefit later down the line. But I think personally, I do wish I had gotten 3 because selling the third one would have paid for my other 2.
And do you know what? We genuinely thought that was an option at the time as well. But it's still a lot of money. Like, we're not rich people. Do you know what I mean? That's a whole month.
No.
It's like over a month's budget of toys as it is. Like, I spend too much on toys full stop anyway. So like that was 100%. And that's how we talked ourselves out of it. We were like, oh, we know it's just, and because it was so long away as well. Yeah, we were trying to be good, and then now we just instantly regret it. I only got one Galactus though, because again, I couldn't afford to get a second. I thought to myself, I know this is going to go up in value. Like, I know this is a good investment for a collector's piece, but I couldn't do it. I genuinely couldn't do it. So much good stuff coming out that I didn't want to miss out on at the time either, because we're living in that age where some stuff sticks around for a while, but other stuff come and goes. Do you know, like, so if you don't grab those things you want straight away, you may miss out on getting them entirely. And it's a vicious game, but it is part of collecting at the minute. It's so mad, which is a great thing. I always say that the people that are out, like my age now, are now the people in positions of power. So like all the things I'm nostalgic about, so are the new CEOs and leaders of businesses. That's why so much of that nostalgic stuff for us is coming out now. It's hit that 30-year sort of target, like Turtles and Power Rangers and all of that. So it's a golden age.
And a great example of that is for what you're saying is Dan Yoon. How many times does he say that he loves the Spider-Man retro the Spider-Man animated and the X-Men animated, which are like your
and he's in a position of power, like a position of influence. So like 100% perfect example. Shout out Dan Yoon. As I said, because of him, probably hammering away in those offices, that I'm going to have a whole wall of Spider-Man retro cards. As I said, I've measured it out, people. My whole wall from roof to floor will be full. I've got room for another 10. Cowboy Collector with a super chat. Thank you very much. I'll let Friday read that out in a second. And then we'll get into some of Brandon's picks for the third quarter. I may go to my Instagram as well and see if I can get some of them up as well. I'm not too sure how to read my Instagram story replies on the web, but I'll try and do that. Let me try and do that as Friday catches up. Otherwise, I'll just read them from my phone, because I did have some interesting replies. Definitely some choices that I wouldn't have picked as well.
And I'm also just going to quickly repost all of these stories.
Yes.
There
you go. There's Friday. Friday's reading out Cowboy Collector's thing.
Oh, yeah,
Thank you.
Cowboy Collector donated $5. For those who didn't get a Sentinel, which stage of grief are you in? I'm currently in bargaining, about to hit depression and acceptance.
Yeah, the 5 stages. Thank you very much, Cowboy Collector. So if you've not got yours yet, who didn't get a Sentinel? Sad times. Yeah, as I said, it was the first HasLab within a pandemic, so it was like, I do feel bad for the people who genuinely would have wanted one if timing was a little bit better. I'm just laughing at Rich's comments on our Instagram as well, by the way, Rich. It's called an Easter egg, Rich. It's called an Easter egg. Shh.
Wait, what did Rich say?
On our Instagram chat. Right, let me go for my Instagram, and then we'll get to Brandon's list.
I just saw what Rich said.
Right, okay, so basically I asked a question earlier on my Instagram. The Instagram on the web's pretty shit, so I can't actually get them up. But I basically asked you guys on Instagram, what are your favourite figures of quarter 3? So I'm just going to read a few out at random, all right? So if you got involved with that, here we go. So the Wolfpack Toy Review, he says Super 7 Rocksteady, Spawn Gunslinger and the Spawn Redeemer, and the Iron Man Mark 47 armor. What's the Mark 47?
Mark 47?
Yeah, the Mark 47. I think he's got these Mark wrong. Or am I...
Mark 47 is the Homecoming armor, the red and silver one.
Okay, I reckon he's got his marks wrong there, because that's not a quarter 3 figure. But maybe he means the Mark 85 that came in the 2-pack with Thanos. A few people have picked that one. Customs by Matthew says Sentinel Miles Morales is a pretty amazing figure. Maybe we'll come back around to that later. Articulated Heroes said Riri, Catwoman, which I'm assuming is the Hush Catwoman from Mayfex, and the Sentinel for obvious reasons. Ha ha ha. Trophy Roth says Serda, and also the modular suit Iron Man. He also says Chrome Dome. A few people say Chrome Dome. Graffiti Toy says modular Iron Man as well. Quite a few people say modular Iron Man. Andrew Peter says Iron Man as well. Damien says Thundercat Scythe. I think it's Scythe. He's the big chunky guy, without a doubt. Quarter 3 figure of the year for me is the amazing Yamaguchi Iron Man Iron Spider, and the Chrome Dome from Necas as Tanner, the Super Turk. Armadillo says Nick. Mason says Infinity Saga Wave, like just in general. Cloud Foxwell says Tiger, or aka T-Grey round these ways, and the Zombie Cap. The Figure Collector 2021 says the Iron Patriot. Tac Customs, it's Tac Toys with film now. He says, I'm loving Dan and Brandon with the Sentinel. Yeah, so are we, Mark. And make sure you go and support Mark and his channel, by the way. It's because of Mark I now want to watch this Squid Games thing on Netflix, because he did a little review of it, and I genuinely never heard a single thing about it. And I seen Mark's thing, and now I'm seeing it everywhere. And I'm like, okay, Mark was ahead of the game. Like, Netflix is saying it's one of the most popular shows. And like, I was like, well, Mark Tac told me to watch it, so I'm tempted to watch it. So, yeah, go and support Mark's channel. But yeah, absolutely. I've got lots of suggestions. I'm going to read a few more as we go through these, but let's get into Brandon's list. So, Brandon, I don't know if these are going to come in any particular order, so I don't think it matters at this point, right? We're just going to go through them, all right?
Yeah, I put them just... there is a kind of a structure. I kind of put them in a structure of like in order of arrival, I think.
Okay, well, I'm going to open it up. Let's see what happens. Okay.
And I tried to mix some of mine and some of yours.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
So this one was for you. I haven't opened mine yet.
I've actually brought him down with me.
Good.
Talking about nostalgia. This is a great choice, and one that slipped my mind that I actually got in July. I actually did a review on the channel, so if you're curious of this, this is the Mattel Amber Collection Jurassic Park. And shout out Mark Tac again. What's he saying now? He's saying, my most anticipated G.I. Joe is Barbecue and Breaker. Oh, okay. I got Breaker and Barbecue. I should have brought them down. But yes, hopefully with you soon, Mark. I should do reviews of them, but... G.I. Joe, I don't know if like the hype's died on that line, but again, let me go back to a line that the hype is building on, is this one, this Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, Amber Collection by Mattel. Now, if I could handpick films to have a 6-inch scale action figure line of, for me, it's all about nostalgia. Jurassic Park would have been up there, but I never thought it would happen. A couple of years ago at San Diego Comic-Con, Mattel teased the idea of that style of line, but they only released a couple of figures, and it seemed like the line was dead, and it was like such a shame because it had so much potential. And then now, because the new Jurassic Park film is coming out next year, and it was meant to come out this year obviously, but last year, but delays and all of that, so Mattel have been making more Jurassic Park stuff knowing the new film is coming out, but the film's got pushed, but we're getting these figures now. So they have went back and did virtually all of the humans, apart from the 2 kids, but I'm hoping they're coming, from the first Jurassic Park movie. So, like, John Hammond here, legendary, like, this is look, right? It's such a simple look. The all-white shirt, trousers, and the cap. This is an iconic look, right? If I walked around the street dressed like this, holding a cane, people will go, why are you dressed like the guy of Jurassic Park? It's an iconic look. He's not a superhero, but it's still an iconic look. Welcome to Jurassic Park. I spared no expense in getting this figure. See what I did there? And I love this Amber line. Like, I'm not even joking. I've got Ellie. I've got Malcolm. I even brought Malcolm down. So this is Malcolm version 2. There is a review on my channel to show you the difference between version 1 and version 2, because they did re-release Malcolm with better articulation, better likeness, different accessories, better paint apps. Like, this line now with Ellie, Malcolm, Ian... so we've got Ellie, Malcolm, Ray... which is Samuel Jackson, by the way. So he's got toys in Star Wars, Marvel Legends, and now Jurassic Park. Absolutely, you could have a little fucking... It's like meeting Samuel Jackson at the Void from Loki with all these variants on your shelf.
It really is.
But anyway, if you couldn't tell, I'm a big fan of this Amber Collection line, and I think if you're a Jurassic Park fan, do not sleep on it. I do think you should get one in hand. It is basically like a Marvel Legends equivalent of Jurassic Park figures. And they're in scale with Legends. Like, here's Sebastian. Look.
And they're all pinless.
Yes. Here's Sebastian in scale. So I can have John Hammond standing with, like, Stan Lee on the shelf if I wanted to. Like, it's and they're doing dinosaurs. So, like, that's not even a plug from Mattel. Mattel don't even know I exist, but I am loving this. I can't wait to get Ian Malcolm and, of course, the kids if they ever do it. Shout out David with the super chat. Let Friday read that out.
$4.99. Robert Muldoon and Alan Grant coming soon.
There you go.
And I just found the baby T-Rex with leg bandage from Jurassic Park, Lost World today.
Nice. See, I want that one. I haven't got that one. I haven't got none of those yet, but I'm getting them all for sure. So yeah, Robert Malcolm and Ian Grant are obviously Alan Grant. Sorry, are obviously on Amazon right now, but they are up for pre-order in other places. And also the baby T-Rex from the Lost World with the bandage wrapped around his leg. Honestly, this Amber collection, if you're a Jurassic Park fan, do not sleep on it. Get on now. And yeah, like I'm going to have a nice little Marvel Legends scan. I always say it, I'm a stickler for scale. Same with DC, Marvel. I'd love all my collections to be in the same scale. That's why I love the Amber, the Lightning collection and the Black series, because they're all in the same scale. I love it when my worlds can collide. And now Jurassic Park can be a part of that. So great choice, Brandon. Thank you very much for adding it to the list, because it's one I probably would have forgot about. And it is definitely one of my favourite recent pickups, just for the pure nostalgia. And not just him, as I said, Ellie, Ray, Dennis Nerdry, all of them.
For sure.
But you said you're not opened yours yet.
I think I've got Hammond. I got Hammond and Ellie still to open. The only other one I've got is Owen, and I do have an Ian Malcolm, but it's at my brother's in Florida. So I think, and that's a version 1.
All right, version 2 is an upgrade. Definitely watch the review and you'll see for yourself. But version 2 is an upgrade.
Yeah. So I think the ones I'm going to order next is probably I've got Dr. Grant on pre-order. He's the one I'm most excited for.
Of course, yeah.
But I think next I'll probably order. What's Sam Jackson's character again?
Ray Arnold.
Ray Arnold, yes.
His name's John, but no one calls him John. It's John Ray. John something Ray Arnold. Yeah.
So so I think I'll order him and Ian Malcolm next for sure. The only thing is though, is that I no longer have anywhere to display them.
Yeah.
R.I.P. I took down my other shelf today, which included Harry Potter, Planet of the Apes, Terminator.
Oh wow,
Buffy and Angel,
the miscellaneous.
Jurassic Park. What else got taken down from there? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, My NECA Turtles. So that shelf that used to have all of that on, it got demoted. It's been bubble wrapped and bagged.
Sad time. That's the collector's problem. We say it all the time. It's space. Like, as I said, I've been buying all these, and they're in a pile upstairs because I got nowhere to put them.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out Dante as well, my favourite host from the Infinity Equation. Because Laser Pants doesn't like us at the minute because we're experts on the US toy buying experience. But yes, people, obviously don't sleep on this. Look at the articulation. Double jointed elbows, pinless, double jointed knees. Ian Malcolm could fight Spider-Man. Look at this. Ridiculous. Honestly, don't sleep on this Amber collection if you're a Jurassic Park fan. The new film comes out next year and all the original cast are meant to be in it. And if you have that Colossus T-Rex, which I do, it fits in scale with 6-inch figures. I can literally have Ian Malcolm being chased by a T-Rex, and then the Sentinel comes in and beats up the T-Rex. See, what a world we live in here in Dan's toy room. As you can tell, I haven't officially got a name for it yet, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, next up. There you go. Mattel have got enough plug-in for me.
Yes.
The Tenga Warrior.
So I put this one in. You've got this one, right?
Hang on, Friday with a super chat from David again. Thank you very much, David. Much appreciated.
Donated $4.99. Brandon, you just need to have Jurassic Park double as the Savage Land and mix your X-Men into the display.
Sneaky.
That's what I did.
Sneaky. I don't even hate that idea. Thank you very much, David, for the super chat. He says, Brandon, you need to have the Jurassic Park double as your Savage Land and mix them into the X-Men for your display. That's what I did. Very sneaky.
That is a great...
I like it.
That's a great idea.
Have Surtur attacking Alan Grant, and I keep calling him Ian. But yes, back to the Tenga Warrior. Here he is.
Yes. So I felt bad that we didn't have any Lightning collection in the lineup for Best of Q3, and I do think that this figure deserves a spot in the Best of Q3. It's unique sculpting for the Lightning collection, which is, as we all know, hard to come by. Just because of the nature of the line, they're all the same body type for females, same body type for males. I thought they went really above and beyond on this guy. You get what, 3 sort of, I think isn't it like 2 sets of hands plus
two sets of hands,
wings?
2 sets of wings, short, big. You get the egg. Have you? By the way, I'm still waiting for 2 of these from Star Action Figures.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so it's not just me.
They said on their site that they're supposed to get their second drop of the Tenga Warriors by the end of September. So I'm sure they ship today, Dan.
Okay, we shall see. We shall see. I paid for them a long time ago, so. But yeah, no, you're right. This is a great, and like the articulation on such a unique book as well is crazy. Like, it's got the waist, like, well, not the diaphragm ball joint, but then it's also got the ab crunch as well. The wings are nicely done. Like, you get 2 sets of wings, like, and they don't easily come off and on. That was a terrible example. The beak's got articulation, like up and down. Like, the only thing that I'm sad about these. Well, I think these are great, by the way. And as I said, I've got 3 of them. 1's here, 2 are on order. Is that I need an Ivan-Ooze. Like, these are going to be with my Ninjetti. Like, so obviously I'm going to go in and even though the Ninjetti are pretty pricey, I'm going to get a set of them. And these are going to be posed with the Ninjetti. But I'm always going to be missing Ivan-Ooze. So Hasbro need to make that happen. Speak to Saban. Make it happen.
But the difficult thing as well now is that because of the Ninjetti ranges, it makes me wish that I got more of the Tenga Warriors. But I don't need them. I shouldn't get them. I should be.
How many did you go for? How many did you go for?
The same as you, 3. I've got 1 in hand at the moment. 2 more still on the way.
Yeah, I think I might get 1 more just to even it out. Go 4. But they are great. They are great. It's my favourite army builder so far from the Lightning collection. Putties are going to be nostalgic forever. Can I hear a putty impression, please, Brandon?
No.
Damn!
Not after how well you nailed it. That was very well done.
Cheers, appreciate that. I was a voice of a putty.
Just a quick disclaimer for everybody in the chat before I yawn for the 100th time. So I went to see the new Bond movie, No Time to Die, at midnight last night.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I genuinely forgot you did that.
And it's a 2 hour. I think it's a 2 hour and 40-minute movie. 2 hours 43 minutes, something like that. So I went for the midnight showing, and the midnight showing, it's not like they just
show it at midnight. You got to wait. Yeah.
They still show the trailers, and they start the trailers at midnight. So the movie doesn't start till 12:30. So I walked out of there at 3, got home at 3:30, and was up at 7 and 8 for work.
It's all right, Brandon. We forgive you. How was the film?
If I keep yawning. It was good. It was good.
Okay.
It was good. That's all I'll say is it was good. I don't want to.
I will be seeing it. I like Daniel Craig. It's his 5th outing as Bond. For me, I grew up with Pierce Brosnan as Bond. Yeah, so.
Me too.
Yeah. So.
Me too. Who's your favourite Bond?
I think Daniel Craig is my favourite Bond.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, but like you said, this is his fifth and last. So he had more films than Pierce Brosnan. Pierce Brosnan had 4. I think no one's beaten Roger Moore though. He had the most.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway.
Anyway, yeah. Sorry. So that was. Let's see who else we got. So
Tenga Warriors, yes.
Chat saying quick. Home Dude says my Tenga arms swing. They're so loose. Jay says he still haven't come from Comics and Cocktails yet.
Oh, okay. Okay, so maybe it is a UK thing.
Yeah. Greg says you won't get Ivan-Ooze because Savannah is the movie rights. The Tengu and the Ninja form were used in season 3, so they could loophole it.
Yep, I'm well aware of that. That's why I said get Hasbro to speak to Saban. That's why I said it. I know. Yeah. Make it happen.
Exactly. CJ says I have the Savage Land box set from SDCC and the Bath Sauron. If Marvel Legends didn't release so much the space in between, I would have bought dinosaurs as well.
Sauron is up there. Look, there he is. With the
Jamie
vulture.
is being a bad influence.
Oh,
Jamie
what's he doing?
Says maybe you need 1 of each ranger, so you might need 6. Maybe you need 1 Tenga warrior for each ranger, so you might need 6. No, Jamie.
They can double team. They can double team. They can double team a Tenga warrior.
Exactly. Oh wow. So Phil says Roger Moore. Jay's Toy Collection says Roger Moore. Kahubri J says Rowan Atkinson.
Oh my god.
Might have to agree with him there. Your Boys Got Toys says what trailers did they show? They showed Venom. They showed Eternals. They showed Dune.
You're gonna see Venom, by the way.
I already watched this. I already watched the leaked post-credit scene because I don't really want to go and see Venom. I feel like I should because
I can't believe
like
Tobey Maguire turns up in that film. It's mad. Shit, is that a spoiler?
Is it? I don't know. But the thing I thought was interesting was that Kirsten Dunst as MJ. Like that didn't leak before the movie.
Madness.
And she looks good still in that. Yeah, I thought Toby looked like it aged slightly though, but Kirsten Dunst still look good. But yeah, so I don't know if I'll go see Venom because I'll go and see it once I've not got anything else to see.
I thought it came out the first, but Jay's saying we don't get it for another 2 weeks in the UK. I think I'll see it just because why not? I go to cinema quite a lot anyway. But I'm not like excited for it or anything like that.
No,
it annoys me that the MCU have to deal with it, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like Kevin Feige's probably like face palming, going, for God's sake, we have to somehow justify this is in our world. Quick, Phase 4 multiverse.
Yeah,
that's all he's doing.
I feel like that's exactly what happened for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Let's go back to a pick. Let's get back to one of your picks. I know you can talk about this one. This may be up there with your favourite pick, right? The one you've probably spent the most money on pick, yeah?
Yeah.
Brandon basically bought a wave of Ultrons.
Literally. So I've clocked in at 10. I got 10 of these.
Wow.
I've got 10 of these. I got 10 of these and 10 of the 2013 Ironmonger wave Ultrons. So and then the select is the Ultron Prime just because he's taller and looks a bit bigger and beefier. So I love this thing. Shout out to the Hasbro team for this. This was a dream come true. They've really done well. My favorite 3 Marvel villains are Red Skull, Ultron, and Kang. And within the space of like a year,
6 months,
they smashed it. Like they made me one happy little boy. So I think he's great. This is number 6. I put their numbers on the bottom of the feet so that I'd just make fun of it. Yeah. So this is number 6.
Hello, number 6. How you doing?
He's good fun. He looks great.
All different personalities, crazy bastards.
Exactly. Oh yeah, wait. Avic Nugget said Brandon bought a Sentinel worth of Ultrons. Let me think about that for a minute.
No, you didn't. You have not spent £350 on Ultron.
Almost. Yeah, no, almost though. Almost 2/3 of it.
If you put all your Ultrons on top of each other, they'd be taller than the Sentinel.
True. There you go. I should try.
So that justifies it in itself.
Yeah. But I agree with Andy Davis. Marvel Legend of the Year for me. That is my number 1. I love that thing. Coming in close on its heels though is this next lovely lady. What did you think of Ultron though?
So I've some major wave keeps getting pushed back on the reviews table. Like they were there on the front of the review table, and they were just getting pushed back. So I haven't, because I genuinely don't like opening my figures until I've got the camera on. So I like to just genuinely ramble about toys for the first time in camera, unless my mic breaks and I have to redo the review, which is always a pain in the ass. It might have happened recently.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, I'm excited. You'll find out tomorrow. Nice and early. Easter eggs. But Ultron is definitely my most anticipated from that wave. But this next one that you want to show off seems like it could have been a little dark horse, but is going to be a very popular choice. Because she is meant to be in Black Panther as well.
Yeah. She's got the double jointed elbows, the double jointed knees. This is just, and that portrait, that unmasked head is just so nice.
Sister from another Mister, Riri Williams. I'm sure we're related some way down the line.
Yeah, there you go. And I just this is probably my favorite female Marvel Legend, if I'm honest. I'm trying to think who could even come close.
And she's definitely going to get a reissue in the future in her pink and black thing as well. So you already know it's going to be a great figure. If they give you like a different unmasked head with a different expression or a different hair, because she has mixed it up, or even if they don't even include a different head, at least you know you got one unmasked head you could pop on that. But yeah, I like this figure. Happy I have it. Because you can start building out a Hall of Armor with Riri Williams. Do you know what I mean? You got 2. I'm sure now they've got this mold. It won't be long before we get another. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the inevitable pink and gold one as well, because that's the look she sticks with, isn't it, in the comics eventually? The Ironheart.
It is.
Yeah.
Just one other thing as well. So your boy's got toys says we're gonna get Ultron drones in the next What If wave, and I hope we do, but I hope they're MCU Ultron drones, because then that gives Hasbro that means that Hasbro gives me an excuse to buy another 10.
Well, I think Dwight has said somewhere on one of these interviews that he wants to do MCU army builders. So we've got the Shatari, Ultron bots, I always say Knight Riders, but it's not Knight Riders. It's it might be Knight Riders. I can't remember what it is. The ones from Infinity War, those ones. What are they called?
My mind's gone blank.
Yeah,
Knight Riders.
I think it is. Maybe I'm just.
I think it is.
Yeah, maybe Knight Riders.
Outriders.
Outriders. I knew it was Riders.
That's
My brain goes to kick the car clearly. But so I don't want to ignore Mark Tat's super chat either. By the way, he says a 6-inch official James Bond figure line. I would love a 6-inch figure line of James Bond figures, like in Marvel Legends scale, with accessories, all suits with gadgets and stuff. Yes, please.
Yeah. Daniel Craig era, I would take James Bond. I would take Vesper. I would take the Sheaf, Leiter, Felix Leiter,
Miss Moneypenny,
Moneypenny, Dame
M,
and M, Judi Dench, Ralph, Q. I would take Q.
Yeah.
Who else we got?
I'll take a couple of the villains as well. I'll take Dave Bautista.
The Sheaf, Bolivar. Yep, Dave Bautista. Blofeld, Madeline Swan, his latest lover.
There you go. There you go. We can make it. We just need someone to pick up the license, and we can do our whole wave. Some toy company needs to pick that up. Probably an expensive license to be fair.
So there is a company called, I think, Kai, something like that. They on 1/6 kit. They're like Manipul. They make custom heads. They did a Daniel Craig head, and the cutoff date was back in February. And I ordered one because I thought, why not? Let's try it. It's due for release in Q4, and it fits on the Mafex John Wick body.
Oh, nice.
And the Mafex Bruce Wayne body.
Have you got that?
So I've got the Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
I got the Bruce
I've
Wayne.
got the.
It's not even on display.
Wick.
It's literally just waiting for that Daniel Craig head to
Pretty good, yeah. I've seen a few customs and stuff, but it's definitely one I'd love someone to do officially. But yeah, I'd love that 100%. Idea. And that's the type of stuff that Mark talks about on his channel, by the way. He talks about films and then potential toy lines to go with it. So go and support Mark. Tac Toys with Film. Just click his name on the chat and it will take you straight to his page. Hit that subscribe button. He's nearly at 100 subscribers and he only made his channel very recently. So go and show that guy some love. Right, next up. Favourite builder figure of the year, maybe? Or of the quarter, at least?
Definitely close. Definitely of the quarter. This is. I haven't. That's a good point. That's the only list that I don't currently have running on my
builder figure.
on my little tracker. Yeah, is who's got what the best builder figure is this year. But I think this definitely comes close for sure. I did not anticipate how much I love this figure. This figure alone justified a whole new shelf of Marvel Legends for me.
Because you needed to do the Winter Guard, and then you got Alpha Flight.
Which then told me that I should then bring Alpha Flight in.
Yeah.
And now, so that top shelf now has Alpha Flight, Winter Guard, Old Man, Logan, Maestro, and Hawkeye. And then it's got my army builders. So it's got Ultrons, AIM, MODOK, Hydra.
I do love a random comic shelf. A couple of my shelves here are just like random comic teams. And like it's not like an Avengers, it's not an X-Men, it's not a Spider-Man, it's just like Marvel characters. And it still looks really cool.
Yeah. And my favorite thing about it is that across all my comic shelves, I think there's only maybe 1 or 2 characters that have doubles. If that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
One is I think it's Black Panther, and there's only one other. I think there's 2 characters, literally, Black Panther and someone else.
I thought that was how my collection was going to be, by the way. I thought I'd have one of each character, or the best version of each character. But it did. It changed a little bit after that, to be fair. I've got one team of Avengers here in the middle, like the 80th anniversary ones and stuff, and then I've got another sort of all new or different Avengers down here. There is a bit of logic to what I did. But yeah, as I said, my rules have went out the window a long time ago. Ursa Major I've yet to open, but obviously I want to get the Winter Guard going because I've already got Red Guardian. I kept hold of mine, and like many people who had to backtrack, unfortunately, and Crimson Dynamo. Also, in this very wave as well, we get Dark Star, right? So, we just need. No, I think to be fair, there's different versions of Crimson Dynamo in the comics for Winter Guard, but I think the version we have still fits in the team. But yeah. Anyway, it's nice to build those random teams out, and Winter Guard just came out of nowhere again. Like, I'm assuming the Black Widow movie probably helped put their eyes on that team, but I'm not complaining about it.
Definitely.
Solid wave, solid builder figure. I'm looking forward to opening that wave. I might have to, like you suggested, just do a full wave review and just get it out of the way. Like, I know I don't have to do reviews for any of these. Like, people are just like, "What? You don't have to." Like, but like my OCD, if I can't just skip a wave of Marvel Legends on my channel. Do you know what I mean? I'm 4 years deep into talking about Legends on a channel. Let's not skip a wave now, especially a wave that's good. Anyway, I didn't even skip the Age of Apocalypse wave last year. Now I've got a wave of 2 Age of Apocalypse, a shelf of 2 Age of Apocalypse. It's crazy. Okay, next up. Now, someone mentioned this on my Instagram. And so we've had a few different versions of Miles Morales released at this sort of scale from the movie. A lot of people's favourite Spider-Man movie, full stop, live action or not. Miles Morales, we've had Marvel Legends, we've had the Mayfex, wasn't it? Yeah, Mayfex, which had a few soft goods and stuff. And then the last one to get released was this one, because it only came out this year. It is the Sentinel, who have never really done these type of figures before. They have dabbled in Iron Man figures, but not really this sort of aesthetic. So, but it did look the nicest from the photos. But again, because it's Sentinel and people weren't too sure. But Brandon, we'll let Mark Tac-Tac's comment go, but then please tell us.
GAKTAK Toys with Film donated £4 and
Thank you,
49
Mark. Thank
pence.
you.
There's a third-party agent Jack, Daniel Craig Bond, coming lads in 6-inch this year.
Yeah, Brandon's mentioned the head sculpt as well that he's got, so I'd be very curious to see as long as it's good, then I'd definitely be intrigued. But thank you very much, Mark. Much appreciated.
Really good.
But yes, Sentinel, Miles Morales, speak to us, Brandon. Best version of Miles Morales?
It's tough. It is really tough because the thing is that the Legends is £20. You get amazing articulation with it. You get really good likeness with it. The only drawback for that figure was that it didn't come with just regular open palm or wall crawling hands. So it's really difficult to compare the Legends with the other two just because of that price point difference and how well it exceeds its price point in terms of its quality. But at the same time, the price point on the other two, it justifies how they can be better than the Legends in some ways.
It's definitely a factor, 100%.
Yeah, but I think if I was to compare the Sentinel and the Mayfex, Sentinel, all day long. All day
Was it more
long.
expensive? Or about the same price?
No, I think they're about the same price, depending where you go to.
So if you're willing to spend...
I think Mayfex might be slightly more expensive.
So if you're willing to spend that a high price on the best version of Miles Morales from the film, Sentinel's the way to go. Most screen accurate.
In my opinion. Because I think that head sculpt is definitely more accurate than the others. I think that the plastic goods is definitely more user friendly than the soft goods. I
just prefer the look as well. Do you know, like, just again, I don't have none of these figures in hand, but just as an onlooker, as I said, of these, like they look fun. But I think the plastic, especially at this scale, when it's done right, like these jackets on these pictures here, is going to look better than the cloth goods, right? Yeah, look at that. See, look at that.
But then what I did was I used the plastic goods of the Sentinel's shorts, but then I used the soft goods from the Mayfex's hoodie and jacket.
Oh, so is that red hood? Is that a soft goods red hood?
Yeah, so the jacket and the hood is soft goods from Mayfex, and the shorts.
So you've mixed it up. That looks good. The way you've got there, that looks good.
Because the only thing about the jacket from Sentinel is it's constantly pushed back.
Okay. There's no hood option.
It doesn't drop down. So No, you can do a hit up, but you can't. Like, you see how this is pushed back, this, as if he's running.
Yeah.
It's always like that on the Sentinel.
Oh, so if he's standing neutral, it looks like he's caught in the wind or something.
Yeah, basically. So that's the only thing that lets down the Sentinel, in my opinion. But the Sentinel is so much more fun in hand, so much more posable than the Mafex. I love the Mafex, but this was the definitive version, I think, for me. This is like you know how I always go on about how that Mafex T'Challa is my favorite action figure. I think this Sentinel Miles gives it a run for its money for sure. It's just so damn fun.
I'm just laughing at Kiara in the chat. She's basically saying is collecting an addiction, and everyone's sort of saying yes, like you're in you came to the wrong place if you think it isn't. Kiara, I'm just saying my name is Dan, and I've got a problem. I'm an addict.
Omega Weapon said, my Ursa Major pissed me off, so I turned him into a rug.
Poor guy. The Build-A-Bear. Right, there you go. My name is Dan, and I'm an addict. True story.
AB Nugler says, there you are, my feline nemesis, Rich M. I see you. And then Rich M said, sorry, I couldn't see you past the Sentinel in front of me.
I do like the Richard Exotic thing. That's pretty funny. Hopefully his Tigra or Tigray is here very, very soon. It's currently in customs somewhere. And we might do a whole live stream dedicated to just Rich talking about his Tigra when the time comes. Okay, so Sentinel, great choice.
Yeah.
And again, it's up for debate. Of course, we're not telling you which is the favourite. We're just telling you what we think. But just our opinion, people. Okay, Star Wars. Right, I'm going to go and take a drink. I'm joking. Okay, hang on. I know who this is. He's from the Bad Batch. He's the big beefy one. He's his name. Not Buster. Not Bulldozer. Barry?
No.
Oh, I genuinely thought I knew the name, and then I realised I genuinely didn't know the name. Who is it? It's going to annoy me when you tell me the name.
Begins with a W.
Wrecker.
Yes.
Wrecker Barry. Yes, I remember him now. Yes.
Wrecker Barry. This is my Black Series figure of the year.
Oh wow.
100%. This is it might be my favorite Black Series ever.
Oh wow, what a statement.
I'm close. I think because it is just so much fun. So much fun. And the other thing is that it's when it comes to animated characters, Black Series likes to make them in a realistic fashion, right? So they interpret what the character looks like and they put it into a realistic format so that it can stand alongside your other.
That makes sense because they are all in the same universe. It's just one's shown in an animated story. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So. But the difficulty with that is that sometimes they don't always turn out to look as accurate. They look so different from the animation, and so not like a realistic version of the actual character that you then kind of lose an attachment to that figure.
Yeah,
Wrecker is completely the opposite. He looks like a really good realistic interpretation. He looks like he's just stepped out of the Bad Batch show. The head sculpt is great without needing to get a custom one. On the other Bad Batch members, you need a custom head for it to really look like the characters.
Oh wow!
He's a great size. He's pinless. The articulation is just endless joy and fun. The only accessories that I think he lacks is fists. He just comes with the open palm hands and the trigger finger hand. So it's just literally the two hands. But Black Series don't really do alternate hands. I think that's probably one of the few weaknesses, in my opinion, or one of my few criticisms of the line.
Yeah. But
he's just brilliant, man. Like, absolutely brilliant. And I think there is also probably some sentimental value to it because Mrs. Hero managed to pick it up. But yeah.
Yes, that got delayed. Is it even out in the UK yet?
No, it just got pushed back again till November.
Jay says Wrecker don't think that's in the UK in 143. Does he mean it's not in the UK in the third quarter? Well, Brandon got it in the third quarter, so it counts, people. That's our rules.
Quarter 3 is what saying. Yeah. So I got this in July.
Oh, 1/43, quarter 3. Yeah, my bad.
Quarter 3. Yeah, this isn't due out in the UK until November, so I am so grateful to have had it since July.
Yeah, if Brandon got it in Q3, I'll allow it. The court is ruled, allowed. Bad Batch Barry, Triple B. Yep, Triple B. Good old Triple B.
Barry.
I love. Hang on, someone just was very. Someone said, I love. Thank you, Mark Tat for the super chat. I'll let Friday read that out.
Thank you, Mark.
TAK Toys with Film donated £4.49. What other Marvel characters would you like from Sentinel Brandon?
Oh, good question. Thank you very much, Mark Tat. Keeping my lights on this evening. I appreciate that. As I said, Friday is there. She is awake. If anyone else wants to get involved and support the stream today, much appreciated. Otherwise, Mark Tat, I appreciate you. The lights are staying on because of you this evening. Much appreciated. Good question as well, by the way. Who do you think they could tackle next? Are they doing Peter B. Parker, right? With a big gargoyle thing.
Yeah, so they're doing and he comes with the blonde Peter Parker head as well, which is what makes him so tempting. But they're doing two different versions of it, one with the gargoyle, one without the gargoyle. I think with the gargoyle is silly expensive, without the gargoyle is expensive.
So silly expensive or expensive, great choices there for our wallets.
Yeah, basically. Personally, I've not ordered it just because I'm questioning. I don't think I need it. I don't necessarily want it, and I'm trying to be a good boy. But it does look really good. And if this Sentinel Mars is anything to go by, then it could be really good. Other characters I'd want to see, I'd like to see them tackle the big three from Endgame, the same way that Mayfax are doing. Would love to see a secondary big three, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel.
Well, my suggestion, just throwing it out there, to go back to Miles a sec, because they sort of hit that animated style so well, I would love for them to go back and do, whether it be the X-Men or the Spider-Man, just those animated looks for those characters. I think Sentinel will be able to nail it.
I tell you what, that's what I would probably say most is animated Spider-Man.
Yeah.
With an unmasked Peter head.
Yeah,
for sure.
Give with his little jumper and his little camera, and give me an Aunt May and a Mary Jane. Like, if I had, don't get me wrong, I love what Legends are doing with the toys and the nostalgia from the Toy Biz days. But if you can give me an actual, from the actual show look of these characters, I'd be all over that. But yeah, Cheeky Monkey Carries also says, I like the toy community. I think I might start my own collection. Technically, I own a Sentinel. So it is mine. Well, you've already started then, and what a way to start. I'm curious what Kiara should buy next.
I wouldn't. If
dive in, jump in.
If you're at the start of the slippery slope, turn the other way, my friend.
Jump in. It's you'll be broke, but you won't be getting any more takeaways on a Thursday night. I tell you that much.
No, there you go. Exactly.
If you the rice and noodles watching the stream. Yeah.
Exactly.
Sorry, you can wipe your tears with action figures. It's fine. Anyway, next up, Bad Batch Barry. Staying with Star Wars.
Yes. So, I love this figure. This is everything that they did a Walgreens exclusive a few years back in 2019, I believe, of Clone Commander Obi-Wan. And it featured this head sculpt, but this was the version everybody was really waiting for. He's completely pinless the whole way around. He is just phenomenal. He's got double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, I believe. Sometimes the straps within the elbows and knees can limit it slightly though, but it's still a lot of fun. He's got butterfly joints. He's got a ball joint at the bottom of the neck and at the top of the neck, so the posability is just unbelievable. I haven't seen him today, but Cap Lives takes some really, really good pictures of this guy and Anakin, the Clone Wars Anakin.
So that's the look from the Clone Wars cartoon or the film?
The cartoon, yeah.
Because I've seen the Clone Wars film, but I don't...
and the film, sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, I don't know.
This is what I mean. I don't recognise this look for Obi-Wan at all.
No.
But I know it's in a Clone Wars packaging.
Yeah, so I think this must be the first few seasons of Clone Wars then, if it's not in the movie. Because in the latter seasons of Clone Wars, they go to their Jedi robes. But the first few seasons, they're 100% like this. and it's just this was a really, I think this also gets points because of, like you say, the packaging it was released in. That was like, to me, how you treat that Spidey retro way,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
It is like, it's just really, really nice.
Yeah,
and a good thing about Obi-Wan as well was that he didn't sell out. Well, he sold out at first, but then they kind of restocked him and he didn't sell out.
Yeah, I think I can still go Forbidden Planet and get him. The only one I can't get is maybe Echo, I think it is. Because he's more the army builder of the crew, isn't it?
Sort of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jump into the chat. David displays model behavior, says, hey gang, it's been a crazy summer of figures, so many awesome choices. Yamaguchi Iron Spider gets my vote, and I don't think that's on our list because I don't have it, or does Brandon. No, but our good friend Tanner would be amiss if I didn't mention that. It's definitely a figure I want to get my hands on, especially since it can sort of fit in a Marvel Legends collection. I do have the Yamaguchi Iron Man right at the top of the display up there, so I would like a second figure to go with him. Do you know, like to pair him up with someone? And I was going to get the Yamaguchi War Machine because it just made sense. But I like the idea of this Spider-Man. And I know Tanner's got the red and gold and also the black and gold. So hopefully he can show me them again on Legends and Liquor this week and sort of enable me to try and get one if I can. But because that's the type of figure where if I don't get it now, by the time I want it, it'll be hard to get. But David also says, keep up the great work, Jane. I appreciate that, David. Thank you very much. Cheeky Monkey Kara says, I've been told it's because I'm clumsy. Oh, she's not allowed to touch the toys. Jay, come on now. You got to share. Like, my missus doesn't care, but she's allowed to touch if she wants. But she's too scared to touch anyway because she would be scared to break anything. It's not because I threatened to break her fingers or anything like that. I wouldn't do that. Don't phone the police on me. No, I wouldn't do that. I just cry. Right, next up. Oh, okay. So this is Echo, right? Who I've just mentioned. Perfect segue.
Yes.
There you go.
So Thirsty for Chicken says Echo is not an army builder. He's a pivotal main character, and they better make fives next. So the reason why I said sort of is because if you're a customizer, then Echo is an army builder. Because you can buy multiple Echoes, repaint them, make different ARC troopers. So then an ARC trooper is an advanced recon commando.
Of course it is.
So
I knew that.
It means that, So it means that they're
same way I knew Barry.
Yeah, exactly. So it means that they're pretty cool. Basically, they got a whole bunch of gadgets and gizmos, guns, the rest of it, bombs, whatever you want to call them, and they're solid. The main reason I love this is because no one thought we would ever see ARC troopers in 6-inch scale in the Black Series. I don't think, at least until they did it in the Vintage line last year, and then people thought maybe we might get it, and then when they revealed it, it was like...
Have they been in live action at all?
No.
Okay.
No, just in the animated series so far. But Echo is part of the Domino Squad. So they're like the main group of clones that then you kind of follow the whole way through, to put it simply. But just with what Thirsty for Chicken was saying, so I currently have, since Echo release, I have had about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've had maybe between 25 and 30 Echoes go through my hand since Echo release.
Wow, I remember getting you an Echo. I don't know what you did with it, but I remember getting one and sending it your way.
Yeah. So, and the main reason why is because of this head. So
you can use that on other clones, right?
So all of the clone troopers so far have come with this head, but it wasn't painted, and it was glued under the helmet, which was bad for 2 reasons. One, because clone troopers are people, they're humans, they're characters, they're not just numbers and pointless troopers, so you should paint them. And 2, because Star Wars is pale enough as it is without painting a brother's head. So so when they finally did it with Echo, I had to jump at the opportunity to get that head and put it on as many of my clones as I could do, because it was just a simple boil and pop, take the helmet off, take the head off, replace it with this one.
So how much was that figure? About £25, right? You'd be paying more than that for a custom head anyway. So why not get the actual one that's being made? Yeah. Because you can still put the helmet on, can't you? And it's still a figure anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then some of those 25 to 30 ARC troopers, I've made into, I've customized it into another ARC trooper. But the majority of them, a buddy of mine does clone customs. He's got like 20,000 followers. He does it, as a side hustle. So he loves having the bodies. So the way we would do it is I would pay like £10 for the head. He'd pay like 15, £20 for the body, and then we would just split them. So as much as I had like 25 or 30 echoes go through my hands, I didn't keep all 25 or 30 echoes. I didn't pay full price for the 25, 30 echoes. But this was something that nobody expected. They did it. They hit it out the park. Is it as good as a custom? In my opinion, yes, because custom pieces can sometimes break off, be fragile. You can't pose it as well. With Hasbro, you know that these pieces you can pose as well.
I always prefer an official release. Like, even if there's someone who's doing a really good custom, for me, I always know it's a custom. So, like, because it's an official 100%. Release, I know it's an official. Do you know what I mean? It just feels that little bit more official that way. And yeah, the reason I didn't know what it was, Thirsty for Chicken, is because, I'm a little bit lost when it comes to the animated Star Wars stuff. I tried that. I tried to get involved, but I don't know. And Obi-Wan just reminds me of Toying Around, and there he is in the chat right there. Hello there, Kevin from Toying Around. I appreciate you in and out. And by the way, Thirsty for Chicken, it just popped up saying you become a channel member. So I'm not sure if that's you becoming a channel member or the membership renewing. Either way, I appreciate you. Thank you very much, as always. Kiara says, food or toys? Food makes me happy. Toys seems to make people stressed. I think it's the other way around, right? Because if I ask my missus what she wants for dinner, she goes, I don't know, you pick. And I go, all right, I'm making pizza. I don't want pizza. Well, what you asked me to pick then? Come on, right? That makes me stressed, right? So I hope clearly you're obviously easier to live with, but trying to decide what we want for food makes me stressed. And your boys got toys, and Jay's posting the old Brandon emoji there, so showing Brandon some love in the chat. Okay, let's keep going and staying with Star Wars, but flipping to is that an earlier time? That it's a later time. The Mandalorian happens after the Clone Wars, right? Because it's after the original film, so way after the prequels. Okay. Anyway, a terrible segue, but let's talk about this is the Mafex Mandalorian, right?
Yes. And he is the definitive version of Mando, in my opinion.
So the best version of Mando at that scale, yeah?
Best version of Mando at the scale. The proportions, he looks like a literally miniaturized Mando. You get amazing accessories, a whole bunch of hands. The helmet looks like there's a head under there. The proportions are just...
Is there a head under there?
No.
Is there a Beskar spear?
No.
Okay.
And there's not a Beskar. Not a Beskar. He doesn't have a jetpack. He doesn't have the signet, the Mudhorn signet on his shoulder. So there are a few things that
he's in episode 2, Mando.
Yeah. So
well, he gets his armor upgraded, but okay.
Yeah. So the SHF has the jetpack, doesn't have the spear. Has the signet, doesn't have the spear. So, but in terms of just like fun factor proportions, Mando is definitely, in my opinion, the best one.
I've got the Black Series on the shelf up here, and again, I think I'm just saying I'm all in for everything Mandalorian so far from Black Series. Like I did unintentionally, but every figure that's come out, I've been getting.
Mm-hmm.
Andy Davis has just used his channel membership token to show you some love with the Brandon emojis. So there you go. Brandon gets some special attention in the chat. I appreciate you, Andy Davis. Much appreciated. And Thirsty for Chicken also says it was him renewing the membership.
Thank you.
So Thirsty for Chicken, I appreciate you. Come and join me on a Legends and Liquor. Come and join me in a stream if you're available on a Sunday. But yeah, we appreciate you. Does he come with Grogu?
He does. He comes with a sort of a no articulation sort of single piece Grogu.
Okay.
I think the head might move, but I don't.
That's fine with me though. That's fine with me, because it's just
the thing.
Guy in a little towel or whatever he's wearing.
Yeah. So the one that I pose him with is the SHF Grogu, which is a bit big, but the cloth cape, or not cape, you know what I mean, the cloth goods.
I think that scale's good.
Yeah, and the articulation underneath, it's really nice. They go great together. So I'm going to be selling my SHF one So in keeping that one for sure.
Yeah, no, I am liking the Mandalorian stuff. I think Hasbro Pulse just sent me an email today saying the Sasha Banks character got delayed until next year. But ZDG Toys has them in stock right now, so I'm tempted to go that way and get Tech as well.
Yeah.
Is it Tech? No, it's not Tech. Tech's in stock, but also Zero, the robot from Mando. Because as I said, I've gone this deep with the Mando figures. I may as well keep going. Okay, next up. Oh, back to Marvel Legends. Okay.
Yes.
Serda.
So you take it from here.
I haven't actually opened Serda yet. So, like, obviously, this is. I know. I told you. Everything keeps getting pushed back, and I won't open stuff unless I can do a review. And this Infinity Saga line, as I said, it's. If I was in a boardroom in the Hasbro offices, this is the type of stuff I'd be pitching. Like, give us the characters from the MCU that we haven't got yet, fill those gaps. And Serda was definitely an unexpected choice because of just the scale of the character. Like, I would never have guessed we would have got a Serda. Now, we do see him in the film, obviously, at the start of Ragnarok, where he's a little bit shorter. He's not short at all, but he's not as big as he appears at the end of the film, is my point. So it's not a character I just ever thought would get in Legends form. So, pleasant surprise. People seem to be really liking it. So I'm looking forward to opening it. I brought it. It's upstairs in the box, but I just haven't opened it yet. But you've opened it, Brandon. So am I going to like it? Is it going to fit on my shelf?
Definitely. So I rejigged all of my shelves to fit the big beefy characters on. I'll show you quick. This is all still a work in progress. You'll see why in a few days. But like Monger is up there.
Yeah.
Hulkbuster, Giant Man is up there. Surtur is down here.
Hang on, I'll go full screen. You're pointing and I think the camera cuts you off. No, that's my bad, not yours. There you go, full screen. You can point again. There you go.
So for example, this wait.
Yeah, there you go.
This isn't going to be like this forever, you know.
You've customized your US agent. Very nice, very nice.
Did I?
Is that US agent?
Yeah, look.
Yeah, I can see that from here. Looks good.
Yeah. So I fit Ironmonger up there, Hulkbuster, Giant Man. So I rejigged all my shelves to basically take my big beefy characters because I felt like they were missing on the shelf. So long story short, yes, Surtur does fit on the shelf. And he's amazing. I'm not going to take him down because otherwise he'll knock all of Asgard down with him.
I think I'm going to make a little Ragnarok display with Hela, the Executioner, Grandmaster.
So I've got it goes Grandmaster, Korg, Hela.
Yeah, there you go.
Surtur, Loki, Valkyrie, Heimdall, and Sif, and then Endgame Thor in the front with Odin.
Shout out Doodog in the chat, by the way. Doodog reviews. Welcome. So yeah, I'm looking forward to opening this. But I know we've got other legends to talk about. Quicksilver. So I know that in the Marvel team are having a little argument, as in Dwight thinks Serda's going to be more popular, and Ryan's trying to say that no, Quicksilver's going to be more popular. Now, Quicksilver was definitely a character. No one was okay. So this is factual. No one was clamoring for a Serda. I'm not saying that people don't like Serda more, but no one was like going, "Oh, please give me a Serda." People were saying, "Please, give me a Quicksilver." And was it worth the wait? Is it a good Quicksilver?
Have you not opened? You have opened.
Yeah, I'm just asking you.
Yeah, no, I think it's great.
You've done your post, by the way, with the Ultrons is an amazing post.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That was that he definitely gave the Ultrons a good spotlight. I think that head sculpt is great. I mean, again, this is like the best that Hasbro has to offer. You know, you got pinless joints, photoreal head sculpt. The neck is not a disc hinge. It's the ball peg, so it's even more realistic. The only thing that I would, if I was to nitpick, is that rather than these kind of hands, I wish that it was like this.
Yeah, okay,
Because this is just a bit awkward. But other than that, I love this figure. What do you think?
As I said, this is what the Infinity Saga line was all about. Fill in those gaps. It's nice to get unexpected new characters like Serda, but I also appreciate when we can fill those gaps, which are very clear gaps in the collection. and we virtually had everybody from Age of Ultron apart from Quicksilver. Now, technically, he only appeared in 2 films because he was in the end credits of Winter Soldier, but still, he's part of the story. The only reason they killed him off is because X-Men had Evan Peters as Quicksilver, but now, a few years later, Evan Peters was pretending to be Quicksilver in WandaVision, and like, firstly for Chicken, he's saying, please give me an Evan Peters head. Maybe we need more figures from WandaVision and Disney Plus full stop, so hopefully Hasbro address that shortly. I don't know if I need an Evan Peters WandaVision figure, though. I'd rather Agatha or anyone else. Like, I'd have the neighbor, for God's sake. Yeah, Marcy. Of course. Yeah, there you go. There's plenty. Because I don't want. But what's his name? Something Boner. No, I don't need him on the shelf. Don't need him on the shelf. No. If he was multiverse, like Hasbro completely baited us into thinking, then maybe it would have made more sense. But because we do have X-Men figures now, of course, from the Fox universe. But no, I'm not in a clamoring to get an Evan Peters. But I was happy to get this version of Quicksilver on the shelf, and he's now next to Scarlet Witch and Vision for a little a little Age of Ultron display. Not as good as Brandon's picture, though. Go and check out Brandon's Instagram and you'll see what I'm talking about. Literally Quicksilver running through 10 of his Ultrons. But yeah, pretty good. Greg says Ancient One and Wong need love. I'm hoping, again, the Infinity Saga line would have been the perfect place to put those 2 characters. I'm hoping we get Wong eventually, because as I keep saying, he's in Shang-Chi. He's clearly in the Spider-Man trailer, and we know he's going to be in Doctor Strange. That's 3 movies in a row. Give us a Wong. I shouldn't really shout that out loud. Hopefully my window's not open. But yes, let's make it happen. Ralph Boner, there you go. So. Ralph Boner, people are saying, that's it. I don't want a Ralph Boner figure. What am I talking about boners and Wongs for? Come on, moving on. Anyway, this one. Guy,
I don't know if they're watching, but Cosmic Capes.
Yes, I love custom capes, yes.
If you're in the UK, go and buy this right now from Cosmic Capes. They absolutely just...
Look, Brandon, when we do plugs, we do it properly, all right? There you go. Cosmic Capes, people. Go and show them some love. Cosmic-capes.com or Cosmic_capes on Instagram. They've showed me some love before. I've got a couple of pieces on my shelf. And as you can see, Brandon is now going to show off his Odin figure that they have essentially upgraded the plastic cape for this cloth good cape, which is going to make a hell of a difference for the display. Brandon said it himself. This could quite possibly be his favourite MCU Marvel legend now that Cosmic Capes have given this upgrade. And it looks very nice. The red is spot on as well, by the way.
Yes, I couldn't believe how well they picked that fabric. And the way that it fits too, like it's just so seamless. And it's so posable. And I mean, I was playing around with it, putting it in all kinds of different positions the other day. And then I just left it in this pose where he's just standing there and it's just waving in the wind. And I haven't moved it since, just because it really brings Odin to life in a completely different way. And it makes him more fun to pose and play with and stuff like that, because that plastic cape just was limiting him. So
yeah, this is as I said, another good example of the Infinity Saga line. A character that we first seen in 2011 Thor has since been in every Thor movie. Like, a character we needed represented on the shelf. Anthony Hopkins, of course. So, yeah, happy to add him to the shelf. Even if he does look a little bit like that old man from the memes. But it's fine. Yeah. If you squint your eyes, it's Anthony Hopkins.
And that's my favorite. I was about to say, that's my favorite thing about him, is that the head sculpt is, the helmet is removable. And that head sculpt is so spot on to Anthony Hopkins. And I love the fact that they gave us both, a regular sort of stoic Odin, and then that grinning Odin as well. He's
a happy god. He's a happy god. But yeah, I agree. I love this figure. As I said, I am easy space for him on the MCU shelf. Much better than the comic one as well. The comic one's they're all father Build-A-Figure waves a little bit outdated now. But this is very nice. And again, the advantage of waiting so long for figures like this is that we get them this good now. Because if we had got this back then, it wouldn't have been as good as it is. So for the first time getting in an MCU form, very nice addition. Okay, next up, Ironmonger. Another one I haven't opened. I know all of these figures are just piling upstairs. I'm too slow. Don't ever make a YouTube channel. Ridiculous. Anyway, a figure again. My most anticipated set. Shout out Chris Aspin, who just become a subscriber. Thank you very much. My favourite set from this whole Infinity Saga wave or line, whatever we want to call it, summer releases. My most anticipated was the Phil Jones, aka Ebediah Stane. Shout out Gene as well, which just come beside us. Thank you very much. And this Ironmonger, the very first MCU big bad was Ebediah Stane and the Ironmonger, and we never had them. We had versions of the Ironmonger in Legends form, but not the MCU, not an accurate one. I think we had an old figure, like an old Iron Man line figure, but it wasn't technically Legends at the time. Anyway, now we have, like, and again, another advantage of waiting so long, these super accurate representations of these characters that kick-started the MCU. Yeah, and I love that we got Ebediah Stane with him as well. The only thing that would have made this better is that, like, if the chest opened up and you could, like, put half of Ebediah in or anything like that. But that's just me being greedy. That's just me being greedy. I'm happy to display him and Ebediah separately. Like, it would have annoyed me if we did get this and only half an Ebediah. Do you know, like, because then I'd be like, I want to display both. So this proves you can't win. Like,
and if you wanted to, you could take the helmet off of Ironmonger. It's not accurate, but you could take the helmet off of.
Yeah, I've seen a few people do it.
Phil Jones head on.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this thing is a beast. It is almost as big as the Hulkbuster. It is that big. It's heavy. It feels like really solid quality plastic in your hand. It's so posable. Comes with fists, open palms. A whole bunch of I think it's got like a blasting effect,
like a machine gun type of thing. Is the articulation good on this guy? Because it seems like at first glance it does look like the type of figure that could suffer from sticking, like, to because it's so big, but yeah, it can articulate good.
No, so I've shot two photos of this that I'll probably end up posting next week now, but the second one is him versus the Mark III, and he was so fun to pose. Like, so fun to pose. Like, it just dominates any Iron Man figure that you put with it, and it just looks amazing.
If I go back and look at my MCU wish lists for Marvel Legends, this would have been up there with Ebediah Stane. So I'm glad that we got them both, not just one of them. Because if we only got one of them, I would have wanted the other. So we got both in a box set. A little bit pricey, but as I said, that's the price you pay now for these premium. Because as I said, they do put a little bit more attention into the movie figures. Because as I said, they have to get them accurate to what we see on screen. And they're getting very good at it. So again, this one that I'm very excited to open. And yeah, it looks impressive. Okay, swinging back round. Phase 4, Marvel Legends. This is one that you didn't think you'd be getting, right? And then you got it, like, off Amazon Japan or something, or
so this one was kept relatively quiet. Like, I think they announced it maybe April time, something like that. Maybe March, April, May, somewhere there is when they announced it. Said that it come out in September alongside the movie, because I think it was ready to release for when the movie was originally going to come out, and then obviously the movie got pushed back to September. This is like Wrecker in that it's like Wrecker and Ultron. It could be an action figure of the year. It is absolutely amazing. Like, the fun factor with this guy, imposing him, he comes with like a whole bunch of different hands. He's got fists. He has fists. He's got open palm hands. He's got hands that hold his staff, the bow staff. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the Legends. But the posability that you get with imports, obviously, on a character like Shang-Chi, really, really does.
So to confirm to the people what this is, obviously, it's the SH Figure Arts, right?
Yeah. And that head sculpt, to me, is really spot on.
Yeah, so this is the SH Figure Arts, Shang-Chi. And as I said, this is a creeper, because it's one that, because the Marvel Legends have been all over the place, this one snuck under the radar. Brandon picked it up from Japan, UK. Amazon Japan. Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looks impressive. Looks easy to pose up as well.
Yeah, and it is just like my thing with imports is that I get scarred sometimes because I'll buy an import, it'll come, I'm super excited for it, and then I'll open it and it'll be like squeaky, squeaky, squeak.
Okay, we talk about that a little bit later, but yeah.
Yeah, and it instantly it kills the mood. Like it kills the mood for that figure. And I have to box it back up, put it away, and take a few days space from it and come back to it later because the squeaking just gives me anxiety. But with this, it was just like I could put it in any crazy pose I wanted to put it in, and it was just perfect. Like.
Yeah, after seeing the movie as well, Shang-Chi like definitely has got some skills. So like, easy to pose up dynamically and
that definitely played into it as well. That this figure released. I saw the movie September 3rd. I got this figure less than 2 weeks later, by September 13th. Like it just was very, very well timed, and I'm really hoping the same happens for the new Eternals SHF that are coming out next.
Oh yeah, because they've released revealed 3 of them, haven't they?
Yeah, we know Cersei and Icarus.
Yeah, which we're assuming maybe 3 of the big players of the movie from the small clips that we have seen so far. But it's meant to be the second longest MCU film, you know.
Yeah,
shout out Nathan with the super chat. Let Friday read that out. Thank you very much.
Donated £5.
Yep, thank you.
SHF haven't been fantastic lately, but I won't lie. Those No Way Home figures are getting me excited. Especially at the price the integrated suit is open mouth smile.
Thank you very much, Nathan. So he says SHF, which is SH Figure Arts, of course, haven't been fantastic lately, which I agree. Like, I used to think everyone was amazing, but as I said, that US agent didn't look all that. But he says, I won't lie, those No Way Home figures are getting me excited because they have revealed 3 Spider-Man suits, I think, especially the price of the integrated suit, Laughing Face. So I don't know if that's sarcasm or not. So is the integrated suit like really expensive or really cheap? I don't know which he means.
That integrated suit, Nathan got it for £30 posted.
Where from?
£30, £20 for the figure, £10 I think for the thing. I think he said Hobby Link Japan. I think.
What was that, like an error on their site or something?
No, it's just because of how small the figure is. I think because of the reuse to it, they've made it really cheap. It's the same as SHF Goku is generally about £30 in the UK.
Wow.
When they release. Yeah.
Impressive. Nice find. Nice find. Getting an import at that price shipped from the other side of the planet. Like, let's be honest, the other side of the planet, people. £30 shipped for an SH Figure Arts Spider-Man, which Spider-Man figures they very rarely miss. That's a good shout. That's a good spot, Nathan. Plastic Addict says, you can't be wrong if that's the way you feel. I don't know why people act scared to give their honest feel. If a figure is not good, just say it. Me and Brandon are always honest anyway. Like, we don't, like, we all get drawn into the hype sometimes, but eventually we come out and be like what we do and don't like. We're always very honest. But yeah, you're not wrong. And then T-Man says what Plastic Addict said. So we're all on the same page, people. We're all on the same page. Real cheap, Cloud says. Real cheap indeed. I'm assuming this Shang-Chi wasn't as good as a bargain as that. Moving on.
No, he to be fair, he wasn't bad. So I think he was £48 shipped.
Which is good for an import. Japan. Anything under 50 quid for an import is good.
I was happy. And as well, the reason being is that the main thing I love about imports is the aesthetic, right? Like they look even more premium because you pay for the premium. The thing that makes me just keep going with imports after all these years is because when I'm on a work call, right? If I'm not taking notes, if I'm just listening to something, this is like my fidget spinner. I will be sitting with him under the desk and I'll just be posing him like that because they are so easy to pose and they look so good when you get them in good poses. And the only thing he was missing is I wish he'd come with 10 rings. That's the only thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing I wish they'd done.
I guess they couldn't due to spoilers and stuff, I guess.
Is my thinking.
Yeah.
But I reckon we will see a battle damage version of Shang-Chi where he's, basically just got some bruises and then he'll have the rings. The other thing I wish they'd done is I wish they'd made Wenwu. Like, they made Black Widow and Taskmaster, but they didn't make...
Maybe they will.
I hope so.
And both put the effects on so you can have a display... Like with them, that could work. That's cool.
That would be my dream.
Phil Jones and Cloud Foxwell are doing their best bird impressions in the chat. Cheap, real cheap. Cheap.
cheap.
And all the
this is
SHR figures, when you pose them up together, look great as well. So they're all on scale with each other. A little bit shorter than Legends. Okay, Hydra Stomper. I don't have it yet. Haven't even got it pre-ordered. Haven't brought it. I'm going to get it eventually. But
yes,
you have it in hand right now, right?
Yeah, he's out of reach right now. He's over there, but he arrived today from Comics and Cocktails.
So are you keeping him in box until Peggy arrives, or have you already opened him?
I've not opened him yet. I've opened the package to look at him, but I've not opened him yet. But that's my thinking. I was going to rush to open him, and then I said to myself, no, wait. I think I'm convincing myself to wait for Peggy, assuming it'd be a couple of weeks. Because what else am I going to do with him until Peggy arrives? Is my thinking. So, and you know, I got some other deliveries of some other bits and pieces this week that I've kind of been.
Oh, hang on. What's going on in the chat? Abnugula says spoiler, and then Lizzie Hart says no. And another no. What have we spoiled? Do I need to put my spoiler alert on? What did we spoil, Brandon? We didn't spoil anything, did we? There you go. There's my spoiler alert on. What did we spoil? I was thinking the same. LOL. Now my fault for not seeing the film yet. Waiting for Disney Plus. What?
Oh.
What did we spoil?
We're talking about Shang-Chi.
What did we spoil?
Came out 3 to 4 weeks ago. So
we didn't spoil anything.
I don't think we did spoil anything.
Didn't spoil a thing. Shang-Chi's in the movie and so are the 10 Rings. Oh! The film's called Shang-Chi and the Legend of the 10 Rings. We didn't spoil anything. I'm not having that.
Yeah.
I'm not having that. All we did was talk about what's in the bloody title of the film.
And you see in the trailer that Shang-Chi and Wenwu fight with the rings.
If that's what you're talking about, you're crazy. I'm not having that. We didn't spoil a thing.
That's in every TV spot for Shang-Chi for the last 6 weeks.
The film is called Shang-Chi and the Legend of the 10 Rings. Me and Brandon just talked about Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings. That's not a spoiler. Right, moving on. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe they're talking about something else. Go back to your hole, Timmy O'Toole. I'll set Richard Zotic onto you. Richard Zotic does sound like a creepy villain, like a creepy evil villain. Anyway, I would say save this for Peggy.
Yeah, I think I will.
Because you'll appreciate them more when they're all together. I know it's going to be hard for you. But just leave it, and you will appreciate. Because if you open it now, you'll just be disappointed that you can't pose them up with Peggy, and it will lose that little bit of love you should have for it. So wait. Wait.
Yeah. The only thing I was thinking to take him out and start painting him, because I want to put that "Hello from Brooklyn" on the arms.
Oh yeah, I've seen people do that. Yeah, I've seen people do that.
Yeah. But I think I'll wait and do it when Peggy arrives.
Shout out David with a super chat real quick. Thank you very much. I'll let Friday read that out.
David Evan Smith donated $4.99. Super frustrated. Found 2 Captain Carter at Best Buy and got street dated.
What?
Said they can't sell her to me until December.
What?
Street dates make no sense.
That is stupid, David. I feel your pain because I've also been embargoed on things as well in the past, and that's so annoying. What I know, it's like ridiculous, isn't it? Just want to show things off right now and we can't. It's ridiculous. Super excited, super frustrating, as he has said, especially when other stores are selling it. It's like, why is it one rule for one and not for the others? Like.
And it's just the thing with street dates is it's just luck. It's just luck because some stores will sell it early, some stores won't. Some stores will put it out, some stores won't. I think there are like legal reasons for why they can't. Blah blah blah. I'd assume so. I think there is some sort of complication behind it. But
I wish I didn't read that comment. Cowboy Collector just spoiled it for me. He said Black Widow shows up in the Black Widow movie. Like, what's the point of even watching that film now? It's ridiculous. No point at all now. Black Widow's in the movie. Called Black Widow. That's it. Spoil. Cancel, cool chat. Spoil. People get pissed off when you spoil films like E.T. And it's like, E.T. went home, all right? He went home. Get over it. You should have seen it a long time ago.
Exactly.
Okay, moving on.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm going to skim through these real quick, all right? So
these are yours.
We've got Legion, we've got Sabretooth, and then we've got Colossus Builder figure. Now, technically for me, I managed to get these in some import stock, so I got this wave a little bit earlier than I expected to. Trust me, it caught me off guard as well. But I was pleasantly surprised with the figures. I even put up, I usually do like a channel member exclusive video at both the members club and the Showing Some Love tier of a recap and ranking video for when I review a Marvel Legends wave. I'll go back and film like a 10-minute video doing my general ranking from like best to worst figure in that wave. But because obviously I'm trying to encourage people to become a channel member, I put that video out as public and it is live on my channel right now. So please go and check it out. That's the type of videos I want to be doing for my channel members regularly. But I did one for Age of Apocalypse, and my number one figure, spoiler alert, is Legion, because for me, like, you know, AOA, I have grew to appreciate what AOA is, but it's still not my mind's eye version of the X-Men. However, this Legion is technically a 616 version of Legion, and without this guy there would be no Age of Apocalypse anyway. So I needed this guy for my shelf, and he's a fun figure to pose, it really is. So he was my number one, but it was closely followed by where they gone? Sabretooth and Sabretooth and the Colossus Build-A-Figure. But when I think Colossus, my brain doesn't go to this look of Colossus, but I can still appreciate it being a great action figure. Same with this Sabretooth. I actually used the previous Sabretooth head on this body and I think the proportions do work really well. And if rumours are to be true, we may get another Sabretooth very soon anyway. And I would assume the only thing missing on this figure was the butterfly joints on the front, because Sabretooth is a very agile, he's a big chunky character, but he's a very agile character. Sure. So I think people are saying they'd like to see the new Omega weapon, Omega Red body. But still, very nice figure. And I do think this figure, if you squint your eyes and pop off his ponytail, which is detachable, this could sort of fudge its way into a 616 display. It's not technically right, but if you put him at the back and squint your eyes, it's still clearly Sabretooth. And he goes great with Wild Child as well. Like, Wild Child's chain can actually wrap around the wrist of this Sabretooth. So just for display purposes, I love when you can display figures and bring them to life a little bit on the shelf. So AOA, as I said, I kid when I say I don't like it. I have grew to appreciate it. I'm going to borrow Rich M's hard book back, read that eventually after I've read the House of X, Powers of X, and maybe find some new love for it. But they're all on display down there. You probably can't see, but literally down there, people, there's a whole AOA display now, Wave 1 and Wave 2. So Hasbro got my money. But yeah, there's 3 figures on that list. But go and check out my recap and ranking video. It is on the channel right now. And then the last figure on this list here, and Brandon was talking about squeaky shoulders earlier. I knew what he was talking about. So apart from that, let's focus on the positives real quick. Because one of my favourite Falcon figures, full stop, is the SH Figure Arts Infinity War Falcon. That is the current Falcon on my MCU display. He's up there. Because he's a flying character, he's a little bit under scale for Legends, but because he's flying on a flight stand, I think you can fudge it to work. Now, technically, so far, this is the only figure of this uniform for Sam Wilson, which is the new updated Falcon uniform he has at the start of the Disney Plus show. We never got a Legends one. We just got it straight to the Captain America. So that looks fire. Like, the wings look great. The span looks great. Like, I want this figure. So tell the people, like, is it worth? Should I be buying this figure?
This thing is so worth it. So worth it. Yeah. Because that's a promo pic right there. And here he comes. No, he stopped. So that's a promo photo right there, and like, you can literally get this figure into all of the same poses that Bandai put him in. The color scheme, the red, white, and blue, looks amazing. I love this suit in the show. He wears this suit for 5.5 episodes.
Yeah, the majority of the show. 6. Yeah.
So So that's why, for me, I needed to get it. I could not hold back. I think I will eventually get Bucky. I didn't get the John Walker cap because it is a cap suit that he will no longer be wearing in the rest of the MCU.
Can you get Bucky? Do you know the Marvel Legends Bucky, right? With him on a flight stand, just floating a little bit higher. Can the Legends Bucky sort of scale with him? Like, if you just, like, fudge it a little bit, would it work? because obviously he's on the flight stand, it gives him a little bit of height. So him being a little bit shorter doesn't you don't realise it straight away. And I love how Red Wing's on its own little separate stand. That is definitely more sturdy than the Legends one we got. I am constantly picking up Red Wing off the floor from my Captain America. He's right there, literally right there, and the Red Wing keeps falling off. Keeps stepping on him. I nearly hoovered Red Wing up. He just doesn't stay on the back of that backpack for the Legends one. See, I think that works really well. I think that works really well. Too. Like, so if you pose them up on the shelf like that, no one's going to go, hang on a minute, Falcon's a little bit under scale. They're going to look at that and think, pow, that looks sick.
Yeah.
You may have just convinced me to buy that. Yeah, that looks good.
And I do think that the Legends Bucky has a better likeness than the SHF Bucky, for sure. For sure has a better likeness than the SHF Bucky. Show
that one more time. I'm going full screen because that may have just encouraged me to actually buy them. Yeah, so that is the most accurate look from the Falcon and Winter Soldier, because the majority of the show, they look like this. So if that show is represented in figure form, exactly how you've got it right there. And yes, I know they're different lines, etc., but that's the magic about collecting and displaying, is that you can twist things. And Red Wing's on his own little stand. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
And that's them on equal ground as well. One's not higher than the other.
No, that's cool.
They're both on the same stand. So.
I knew I wanted that figure anyway, but I tried to stay away from it. But seeing him posed up with the Bucky there, because obviously I'm not going to have Falcon. I'm not going to buy the SH Figure Arts Falcon and not have the wings on show, because those wings are impressive. So
and that's what I loved about it as well, is that the wings are even better than the Infinity War Falcon.
Yeah, because I like the way they're
those wings are impressive. These are even better. Yeah,
it's like the pattern on them as well. It's not just. It's a little bit more textured. No. Well, it's not textured is the wrong word, but you know what I mean. Like I can actually see the feathers. Yeah.
The right word. They are, because even at the end of the
see, like the feather tips like sculpted. Yeah.
And I'll be honest, so for clarity for the chat, I took Sam out the packaging. And immediately, I felt like the arms were going to snap, the legs were going to snap because it was so squeaky and bad and blah, blah, blah. So I worked out a couple of fixes, and since then, it has been a dream. It looks like a mini Hot Toys action figure. It is just... This is one of those figures where you get SHF, you pay for what you get.
So premium, for sure.
Yeah, Mr. Williams says, I love that Falcon costume. I hope Hasbro do it. Toying around says Dan got enabled. I think that means you get points. I'm not too sure how they work it out, but apparently so. Doodog Review says it's easier to fudge the flying figs on the shelf. Completely agree. I've got a couple of figures on flight stands and making it work, especially when you're mixing up the sort of sizes and scales there. Mike D says, how about the SH Figure Arts movie Deadpool previews? I think I did grab an image, or I had Toy Arc open anyway, just in case there was toy news to talk about. No Legend reveals, of course, but we may as well jump to this since we're on SH Figure Arts. So Brandon, you have got a very impressive shelf of movie SH Figure Arts Marvel characters. Now, at this very moment, Deadpool isn't in the MCU at this moment, but it's very likely that they're somehow going to find a way for him to get involved. He has sat on a sofa with with Korg.
Korg. Yeah.
Does this interest you?
I'm going to get this.
Okay. There you go.
100%. I'm getting this.
This looks good. It does look good.
Wait, go one more across. No, the other way.
The other way. That one. This one.
I'm hoping that is why I'm getting this.
Okay, the little love heart. Yeah, that's pretty fun.
I think that is brilliant. And the thing is the Legends is a really good figure.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Hard to get now.
This is the kind of thing where, but this is the kind of thing where SHF, there's an additional. You pay the premium, you get an additional fun factor, this is February 2022.
Lots of hands as well. Looks lots of hands.
Yeah. The only thing is they're not showing any guns, but people are hoping that the guns come inside the box. And they're just not allowed to
promote because toy companies are getting weird at the minute, aren't they? Not promoting guns and stuff. Let me have a quick read.
Does Toy Arc say whether it's an exclusive or anything like that?
After an earlier tease this week, Tatami Nations has officially revealed the SH Figure Arts Deadpool figure. The figure is based on Deadpool's appearance in a live-action film. This figure will be a general release. Pre-orders haven't gone live yet. Deadpool will be priced at $69.
Yes, I think they go live tomorrow. I think they go live tomorrow. So as soon as this guy goes up on Amazon Japan.
So for our UK friends who are curious and you may have enabled to pick up an import or two, where would you advise them to go?
Amazon Japan.
Okay, simple as that. Yeah.
Because Amazon Japan, you don't get any hidden import costs. Everything is paid up front. They ship using DHL, so super fast, super reliable. You get it within 2 to 3 days, if that. They text you when it dispatches. They email you when it dispatches. They email you and text you when it's about to be delivered, like on the day of delivery, the day before delivery. Like they're just DHL and Amazon is like top level service. So it's amazing.
I've just got shipper notice on the Mafex Gambit from Nippon-Yasan. Yeah. Just got shipper notice, and it started to move as well. So I hope maybe next week or soon I will have the Mafex Gambit, and so far I've not missed an X-Men Mafex figure. That's a lie because I missed Magneto, but he was AOA. Didn't need that.
But apparently that Gambit has sold out almost everywhere
because it looks good. But I pre-ordered mine like way over a year ago when it first got revealed. Same thing I did with Psylocke. Since then, Rectangular's put me off going to Nippon-Yasan, but that's where that used to be my go-to for imports was Nippon-Yasan. Now, I've personally never had an issue with them. Like a little bit slow sometimes, but during the pandemic, I couldn't really be mad about it. To be fair, Plastic Addict is saying Doodog in the building, and then Doodog saying Plastic Addict in the building. I see you both. I appreciate you both. I subscribe to you both, so I appreciate you being here. Whatever time it is, wherever you are in the US. But me and Brandon are basically wrapping it up now. I think so. Let me jump back. That was everything. That was the last one on the list. So for the last few minutes, let's just jump to the chat and you tell us what was your favourite action figure of Q3. So again, we can fudge the rules a little bit as long as you got it in hand in Q3. If you've got it in July, August, or September, what was your favourite? Because I like to use these lists to go back to see what my favourites were for when I'm trying to put my list for the end of the year together. I'll be like, wow, if that was my favourite of all 4 quarters, it's got to be up there. Clearly, it's cheating to say Sentinel over here. Sentinel is definitely joining the Who crew as well with Hellfire Hank. Captain Britain, by the way, can I just officially say to everyone, it's official.
Yeah, that was an emotional day.
It was an emotional day, like tears rolling. Captain Britain has gone back to Marvel, gone back to Hasbro, shipped back off to New York, Rhode Island, I think they're in, maybe. I can't remember. I've got their address. I may just turn up one day. I may literally just turn up one day and go, ha, I've found you. Hellfire Hank's sad that his friend Brian has gone, but he has got a new giant robot friend as the muscle in his crew. I want to mention some Turtle stuff. I might even start a new show on a Tuesday called Turtles and just get me and replace you with Tanner for the co-host, just so I can just talk Turtles for 2 hours instead. Shout out to like Andy Davis and to Rush and to Hero of Collectors, all helped me like get the whole set of these retro Turtles. Again, these ain't like brand new figures or anything like that, but I did get them in the last this quarter, and they're super nostalgic. Not available in the UK at all, so without friends in this community, I wouldn't even be able to add these to my shelf. And as I said, I'm getting these in plastic. I'm going to get like protective cases and have these displayed on my wall. So love the nostalgia factor of these. And then obviously NECA are actually like killing it. As I said last week, and I'll say it again. I got one of these sets in Q2, one of these set in Q3, but they go together. The Punk Frogs, people. As a kid, right? I had the videotape, which was the Punk Frogs VHS, like it had the episodes with these on. Always wanted these as a kid. They only did one of the frogs in the Playmates days. So even if you brought 4 of them, they'd all look the same. For the first time ever, we can have cartoon accurate, all 4 different frogs, all with their unique shirts, all with their unique colours. This is crazy. This is why I love the NECA the cartoon turtle line. The cartoon is literally jumped out the screen and is now on display upstairs in my house. So love these Punk Frogs. Had to mention them. I obviously haven't opened them yet, but I'm very excited to get these on the shelf with my Hopping Donatello. Also love Chrome Dome. A lot of people mentioned this is their favourite figure of quarter three. So again, I've got so many. I've got so many cartoon turtle figures I need to open up and get on display. I'm just trying to make some room, I guess. So I've got the cartoon Dio now, I guess. So we'll make it happen. All right, let me jump to the chat real quick before we wrap up and see if we can shout anyone out. So again, if you've put in your favourite quarter three figure, I'll read a couple out before we get out of here. So let me just scroll up a little bit. Okay, Cowboy Collector says, favourites of quarter three, Diamond Select Titanium Man, which a few people did say on Instagram as well. I don't have it in hand. It's got like that Angry Dan Larson head sculpt. It is a figure I think I want. So I may backtrack on that. But I know Cowboy Collector's a fan, so I trust his opinion. And it's another one of those Diamond Select figures that you can sneak into a Marvel Legends display as well, because that particular character is like big and proportionate and massive. Jamie says, got the Riri, though I did finally get the Brandy Rhodes last week. Where did you get Brandy from, and how much did you pay for her, Jamie? Curious to know what she's going for at the minute, because at one point she was like a 80 to 100 pound figure from series 1 of the Unrivaled from Jazzwares. Tyrone says Valorator. Is that the Spawn? Am I saying that right? The Valorator is easily the best. I do apologise. I can't remember. Violator. My bad. Violator. That is the Spawn figure. He said that's easily the best. Yeah, if I had more attachment to Spawn, I probably would agree with you. I've watched like people like Miguel, the Wolfpack toy reviews. I've seen it knock figures. Literally knocked a drink on his lap. It's so big when it fell. Cloud Foxwell says Sentinel, Ultron, Red Skull, Tigra, Zombie Crap. I'm sure he means Zombie Cap. Marvel Select Destroyer was good shout for a figure, but so Tanner picked that up this quarter, but obviously that figure came out last year. But I'll give it you, Tanner. I'll give it you. Mr. Williams says if Ironheart was quarter three, then it was her. I'd say she was quarter three. Definitely for us in the UK she was. She came out in August for us. Julian says Legends, Monger or Captain Carter. We won't get Captain Carter until quarter four, unfortunately. She's not due in the UK until this month, I think, mid-October, yeah. Oh, crap. Ironheart, Ursa Major. I can't pick just a few, says Cloud. The Wolfpack Tour Review says Spawns were pretty dope. Mark 47, Iron Man, and Super 7, Rocksteady. Yeah, I read them out earlier, Miguel, but what is the Mark 47? The Mark 47 is from Homecoming. Like, I don't think that's the Iron Man you mean. Have a little think there. Rush says, just picked up the NECA Gargoyles Goliath, and that figure is beautiful. Yeah, that is a figure I want. The NECA, legally, they cannot sell their Gargoyle figures internationally. It's only North America. So I cannot get that NECA Gargoyle. I think Cloud Foxwell said he's going to hook me up. So Cloud, keep me updated, because otherwise I'm going to have to start asking some friends. But yeah, I want that. I want at least Goliath. I don't think I'm going all in on that line, but at least Goliath for my miscellaneous shelf, 100%. But maybe quarter four I can talk about him. David said my favourites are the HasLab Sentinel, Serda, Tigra, Ursa Major, Legion, so many. Eric Stream says, Dan, did you get your NECA Danny? No, but I have got shipping notice from Loot Crate. But last time I checked, it hadn't even moved. So it may be one of those cases where they've given me a shipping details, but it hasn't even left the factory yet, or the warehouse, wherever it is. But no, Danny's on the way. But my most anticipated, to be honest, is the Dark Turtle Donatello, of course. So, but Danny's still great to add to the shelf. Greg says Battle Cat is a very good figure. He was a great custom base as well for a giant Panthers, Sabretooth, Tigers for X-Men, Ronin Warriors. Abnogler says favourite of the moment, Hasbro Pulse Retro Venom, just to make everyone else jealous. Oh yeah, like Mexico and Canada. Because of EB Games, I think it is. I've got all the Hasbro exclusives real quick. Yeah. Glad you managed to get hold of that Alvis Modoc super quick. I'm wow jealous. I'm not really, but I'm jealous that you got Venom. I'm jealous about that. Soda is also great. He has a big presence in the display. Was Hood quarter 3, says Mike D. Bring on the bad guys. Was that quarter 3? I think it may have been July, maybe late June. Yeah, so that would be quarter 2. But I'm sure if the Sunny Channel was here, he would be picking that as his favourite of every quarter, regardless of when it came out anyway. Go and check out the Sunny Channel. He did a great review on his Hasbro Sentinel shipping email. So if you've not seen that, he did a full review of his shipping email. Great review.
David Evans Smith donated $4.
Thank you, David. Thank you.
Big Bad Toy Store shipped retro carded Hercules today. So he'll arrive Q4, but can't wait for that figure.
Yeah, I know David's a big fan of that Hercules. I think you were buying multiple of them last time I remember speaking about it, David. But yeah, retro Tigra, so is out. So we're assuming retro Hercules isn't far behind. So yeah, maybe he can be up there in your Q4 list. AOA Kitty Pride, says Rich, and I still don't know if he's being sarcastic or not. I have no idea if Rich actually loves the AOA Kitty Pride or he actually hates it. I'm so confused, so genuinely confused, because when he tells me he loves it, I don't know if it's just sarcasm. I don't know. I'm just so confused. Rush says, I didn't know you want it. Much appreciated, Rush. I think Cloud said he was got one on pre-order, but as I said, I'll speak to Cloud and see what can happen. Otherwise, I will definitely be coming back asking for that Goliath. Yeah, there you go. The Canadian flag is flying, but I'm not mad about it. It's part of the Commonwealth crew. We get kicked out of live streams together when we're surrounded by Americans. So toying around's in my corner. So I'm staying in his. Yeah, all good. Okay, I don't know what Q3 means, says Matt. People are getting What If, AOA, No Way Home, Tigra, and I'm still looking for Zombie Cap. So Q3, as I said, as we round up here, we were basically just talking about some of the favourite figures that technically got released and got into our hands in the third quarter of 2021, which is July, August, September. That's what we meant by Q3. But yeah, Mike D said his shipping email was fake. Clearly, it's slightly purple or red. Yeah, honestly, I would genuinely, if you're a fan of dry humour, check out the Sunny channel. Like, he did a very funny review of his shipping email.
It was really good.
It was funny. It was like, first of all, I like that they address me by "Hey Sunny." They use my real name. 7,306 points. You know, he's got a crazy scaling ranking system as well. I can't keep up with it. I couldn't be asked to do that much maths in a review, to be fair, but he does. He puts in the work. CJ says Chrome Dome with lots of exclamation marks. Cloud says, we didn't get the Earth's a Major Wave around mine until mid-September, so I'm counting it. Yeah, that counts if you got it. I'm back. I had to explain to my family member why I brought Scythe. Is that the Super 7 one? I'm curious. I want that to go to fight Is that Panthro? I don't know. I'm trying not to jump down over any other rabbit holes. Okay, Brandon, let's wrap up. Plenty of toys to talk about. We'll be back very shortly. I do want to say before I get Brandon to do some plug-in, this week is a Legends and Liquor week. So this Sunday is a Legends and Liquor week. So it's basically a 2 to 3 hour stream where I have channel members on as guests. Brandon gets to sit back with his feet up, displaying, taking some pictures, eating some ice cream, and then you guys get to be my co-host. Last week we had 15 different people come and join me for a live stream. So if you are a channel member at the members club level and you want to be on this week's Legends and Liquor, let me know nice and early. Last week we had 3 different groups. Depending on how many people, depends on what sort of groups we need, but I can usually do about 5 or 6 on the screen at once. But yes, this week's Legends and Liquor, so let me know nice and early if you want to be part of it this Sunday, which is going to be Sunday the 3rd. Sunday the 3rd of October. Crazy that we're in October. And we will be continuing to talk about your favourite Q3 figures. So if you want to come on screen, show off your figures, show off your Sentinel, just like we were doing today, or show off any shipping notice emails, any shipping labels or anything like that, then please join me on the Legends and Liquor, and that's what we'll be talking about this week. Your favourite Q3 figures. You've heard from me and Brandon today, but we'll also talk about the toy news and any speculation of what's left to come, all of that good stuff. And of course, most importantly, Brandon, we've raced some ducks. Again, it's if you're not been following the Legends and Liquor, you're probably like, what the hell is he talking about? But we raced ducks. Cheeky Monkey Kiara knows. She knows. She's the current leader. That's why.
And the other thing is tomorrow is the 1st of October.
So next week would be a Marvel Monday, really. Is that what you're saying?
Not where I was going with that, but yes, true.
Okay.
I'll try again. Tomorrow is the 1st of October.
Oh, okay, I know where you're going now. So, yes, so tomorrow, 1st of October, for some reason, we're embargoed for certain things, but on the 1st of October, we won't be. So make sure you stick around. So obviously, you're here. If you're in the chat, you're a subscriber, and that's why I appreciate you. But come back to my channel nice and early tomorrow morning. There may be some reviews on there that I don't think anyone else has yet. So yeah, there's a little tease for you. So yeah, tomorrow the 1st of October, I can finally show off some new toys. And Brandon's been showing them off full stream, people, but you're just too slow. You're just too slow. You're just too slow. But you might want to pause and zoom and do that old enhance. But I'll leave that to you guys. Brandon, where can the people find you online?
As always, guys, hero.collections on Instagram. Very, very happy with that Shang-Chi photo I just posted earlier. So go show some love. Dan, thank you as always.
All good.
Pleasure to be here, my friend, talking toys. And I look forward to sitting back with my ice cream and camera and watching
Legends of Liquor, yeah.
Legends of Liquor.
I have brought 2 crates of Koppelberg and they're in my fridge.
There you go.
I'm ready to go. One day I am going to get really drunk on the Legends of Liquor. It's like the Streamlabs may crash, but it'll be worth it for the content, I'm sure. But now people are looking. Brandon's kind of trying to hide his screen now. Right, let's get out of here. As always, people, make sure you come back. Legends of Liquor, hit that channel membership button. Come and join. If you've never been a channel member before, do it. Give it a go. Don't be shy. No refunds, though, all right? Promise. Right, my name's Dan W. Follow me on Instagram. It's Dan Who. On Twitter, at Dan Who Reviews. Brandon, let's wave them out. We appreciate you. We've got to wait for a couple. We've got to make it awkward before we get out of here. But as I said, this week, Legends of Liquor, more duck racing. Currently, Kiara is in the lead. I will post the updated leaderboard. Brandon's got points on the board now. So Brandon's actually part of it.
It's true.
Like, I want to get back up there, by the way. I want to win my own duck racing league. Like, I invented this league, sort of. So I want to win it, But I'm like 6th place at the minute. Joint 6th with like Robo and a few others. But one win. And I jump straight to the top. That's all it takes, people. That's how intense it is. But yeah, Legends and Liquor. Come and talk some toys. Come and drink some liquor. Or like usual, just watch me drink. I'm literally the only guy that drinks on Legends and Liquor these days. It's very depressing.
But it's okay.
I need to move it a little bit later, maybe. If I move it a little bit, because to be fair, for my American friends, it's like 10 a.m. for them. So I can't really expect them to be cracking open. Unless they're drinking champagne in the morning like they were Drake. But I appreciate everyone. Goodbye. Abdugla, MRV, CJ, the Wolfpack, Tanner, Cloud, Prophet, Lizzie Harts, Phil Jones, Cowboy Collector, J-Toy Collection, Hero of Collectors, Thirsty for Chicken, Jamie, Rush, Tyrone, Rich M. Goodbye. Look how Brandon's having a rest, and then he waves again.
Yeah.